Welcome into today's episode of Dragonlance. Hi, my mic is speaking. Hi everyone, hello, hi, welcome to episode 16 of Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. Today's title is Everybody Gonna Die, it'll be fine. Before we get started jumping in, we have a prediction that was or is going on who will roll the first 20 of the day. And I think Juniper won that pretty handily with like 12 trillion points wagered on her. So remind me when it comes out.
12 trillion, you say?
Everybody knows enough about how I roll.
Yeah, you got 20 points. I think somebody wagered 20 points on you just to clean up in case it happens. The unlikely event, but we all know it's either AJ or going to be Ellen. Right now, I turned them all off. I turned them off for Dragonlance. Otherwise, for 250,000 points, it'd say, "Hey, I'll DM a game for you." I think that's the title of it. Like, "Hey, I'll DM a game for you." Anyway, we're gonna welcome our players.
It's ambiguous than mine, which is the same, but is called "Play with Me."
Fine, yeah, but you do better, everything better, Rob. We've established that. Except that my mic, my boom arm is way better than yours. We all know this.
Mine's longer.
Well, speaking it being longer, Ellen, why don't you give us a little bit? Who are you? Where can we find you? Who are you playing today? Hi.
Who am I? Wow. I would say I'm a lost soul, a raconteur, a jack of all trades. But mainly, yeah, I'm kind of like a creative in all senses of the word. Acting, playwright. Mainly, at the moment, I'm doing drag for the Adelaide Cabaret Festival. It's a show called Brag Drunch. And yes, my drag alter ego, Fuckboy George, will indeed be there. So my condolences to everyone because he's the worst. So check that out if you are in Adelaide in Ghana country. Check out Brag Drunch. It's going to be a great show.
Is it at the second best gay pub in town? Is that where it's happening?
No, it's actually at a legit place. It's at the Space Theater.
That's awesome.
I know.
I don't know where that is, but that sounds dope as hell.
It's actually a devastating blow to me as an actor that Fuckboy George will make it to the main theatre in Adelaide before Ellen Graham ever does. It's just how it is.
Not if you get into drag on stage. You go out.
That's true.
And get into drag as part of the
funny
show.
because I am actually, as Fuckboy George is getting into drag. It's a whole thing. Anyway, so yeah, check that out. But if for TTRPG stuff, please follow Roll to Cast. That's ROLE. We're an any winning variety TTRPG podcast. We're about to do a monthly live stream this Sunday. I will be GMing, and our patrons haven't voted yet, so it's still up in the air of what we will be playing, but it will be super duper fun. We've just finished Starfinder, and this morning at about 6 a.m. we interviewed James L. Sutter, who was the co-creator of Starfinder, and he had lots of really lovely things to say. So yeah, please subscribe to Roll to Cast. There's 8 now complete seasons of variety TTRPG content, and the next season, the 9th season, I will be GMing, and it's gonna be really sad, you guys. I'm gonna let you know now.
Can you tell us what system it is?
Actually, I can actually. It's Die by Kieran Gillen.
I don't know it.
It's like TTRPG Jumanji. So essentially 10 years ago, some friends sat around to play a TTRPG. 10 years have now passed. They are reunited as adults and they sit down to play another game, but they are trying to figure out if they are playing a game or if a game is playing them. It's very, very cool.
That sounds kind of cool.
I'm so excited. So yeah, please subscribe to
it's dark. It's like a horror or what?
Comedy,
horror, thriller.
I would say dark fantasy comedy. In that there's a lot of psychological kind of fuckery going on.
Okay, YouTube loves that, but dropping F-bombs at the beginning of like any YouTube video.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. We're gonna leave it all in, baby.
If it wasn't Ellen, it wouldn't be me. So
exactly.
You've got an editor, Rockham, right?
Yeah. For sure. I've got. That's all. That's me. Yeah. I'll edit. It'll be good.
Yeah. Sorry, lots going on. Sorry to take up all of
you're good. You're good.
the
Amazing.
intros. But that's me, and I play Juniper, who is the eldest of the Hartman clan. She's a ranger, and she's very concerned about all of her siblings all the time. And I will put on my wig as we go to the next person
Nice.
in the intros.
Speaking of, what were we speaking? We were speaking about something that made me think. Oh yes, you ripping off Jumanji. Well, somebody else has been ripping off a movie for a little bit of time and tells us every week, and that is Goose. Zach, tell us about yourself and your mummy game.
Mummy game. I'm Zach Speak Giant. That is my full legal name. It is.
Show me your passport right now. Show it to me right now. Live on stream.
You can find a YouTube channel by that name that has my face on it a lot. I have a podcast which you can find me talking on. I have multiple campaigns. Oh I hit my funny bone. But I'm gonna power through because that's why I'm a professional. I am playing Gustav Goose Hartman. It feels weird. The vagabond from Vogler. He is a silly boy, and a scoundrel and a scallywag, and the second eldest, and therefore most likely to be a revolutionary.
Nice.
Stats line up. Stats
That's
don't
true.
lie.
That's actually true. I love that they give you the shivers. I should say his full name. That's good.
You know what else is statistically likely for the second born of a family? The tallest of the family.
Okay.
That is what happened.
Uncalled
Stats
for.
don't always line up.
Uncalled for. Rude. Thank you, Zach. Did you tell us about your games? You did, right? The Mummy and the Post Officers?
I have 2 campaigns running right now. One is a ripoff of The Mummy starring Brendan Fraser. That's on mostly every Monday night. And then I've started back up my other campaign called The Posties, which is about, instead of adventurers, they're members of the post office who go around delivering.
Which in and of itself is an adventure. Segueing into the persons whose character I've been trying to practice all week, only to discover at the beginning of the stream that I'm still saying it wrong. We'll get there. Not just AJ, but apparently also Robert. But anyway, we'll start with AJ. AJ, tell us where we can find you and about your character. Just mouth feel failure all day today.
Oh no. Hello, I am AJ Winters. I am a professional dungeon master and world builder. From Winter's Tales, a studio and TTRPG company that I started in Australia, which is pretty cool. I just wrapped up season 2 of the Chronicles of Aelwyn, our flagship Dungeons & Dragons show, last night, and it went very, very well. A lot of massive, big reveals at the end of that, so you've got some time. I got chips stuck in my throat. You've got some time to catch up between now and the beginning of season 3. And we're going to be starting up in the next couple of weeks because I'm going on holiday tonight. I leave on a plane. We're going to be doing some watch parties here, on my channel on Winter's Tales, so that you can watch the Chronicles of Aelwyn with me. So that's what I'm going to be up to. But nice. I am getting on a plane in a couple of hours.
Okay.
So that's fun.
Let's try to run long so she doesn't make her flight. It's awesome. And who are you? And who are you playing today?
Today I am playing Kari. Kari is a wizard.
I say the same, dude. Chat. Sure. I say the same.
It's fine.
I say the same. Curry. Yeah, nailed it. Nailed it.
You've gone the other way, but it's fine.
I know.
Kari is the middle child, technically, of the Hartman clan, a twin sister to Lyndon, and a wizard.
And not lawful evil. I'm just kidding. I don't know. There's arguments about it. Yeah, jury's still out. She's lawful good. You guys have no idea. And last but not least, we have Robert Hartley GM, which is not Robert, but Robert. I don't know. I can't say it anymore. Rob, tell us about yourself and where we can find you.
I'm Robert Hartley GM. I am a full-time professional dungeon master, TTRPG player, and nerd. And you can find me storytelling all over the internet at Robert Hartley GM on your favorite platforms. You can also find me as the dungeon master for a comedy group called Viva la Dirt League, and we'll be starting our second campaign very soon for an all-female campaign, with the exception of the DM, which is me. So we have an all-female cast for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. The cast are confirmed, and Alan seemed to not have got the memo that it was not yet released as public knowledge and talked about it on stream. So if you were in on stream, you are privy to information on who the girl's cast is, but that is not yet public information. Please keep it to yourselves. Because I'm surrounded by idiots.
Did I do that?
I'm gonna turn off the alerts.
Not Ellen. Alan.
Oh my God. Okay.
Poor Ellen. She's like, wait, what?
I freaked out, and I was like, I swear the
Not
only
Ellen.
thing I announced was my
Alan.
own shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one apparently who can't pronounce names. It's okay. It's all good. There we go. Nailed it. Well, and who are you playing today? Who are you playing?
And I'm playing the penultimate sibling, the other of the two twins. I'm playing Lyndon Hartman, a wizard and an adventurer, and definitely not also evil.
No, it's fine.
Never evil.
Never once. All right, chat, and I'm Rackham here over at the GM Workshop. I'm playing everybody else, but the person who's not here today, still in Japan, is the dreaded GM. Jed is away. They are visiting Japan and enjoying some well-earned time off. You can find them all over the internet at Dreaded GM, and they've started a game of the more monsters and terrors and horrors and terrifying things on the Orient Express, which is a Call of Cthulhu campaign, and they'll be picking it up next week when they return on Wednesday evenings, I think, Australia time, I want to say, or Thursday evening, Australia time. No, Wednesday evening. Thursday. It's Wednesday evening now for you guys, right? So it's got to be Thursday evening. Got it. Nailed it. First try. So make sure to drop them a follow. They're a cool bean. Cool bean. As for me, well, it's me, and I DM these fine people, and let's just leave it at that. Perfect. Great. We're going to jump into the game. We're going to do the trailer. We're going to do the recap, and then we're going to murder these fine people. It'll be a lot of fun today. TPK is on the menu, boys, and we'll be back in a second with lots and lots of action. Be right back.
It has been 300 years since the gods punished the world of Kryn. They shifted continents, sundered nations, consumed empires. 300 years since the gods departed, ushering in the time of darkness. Yet nothing is eternal. The world begins to heal. Fragile nations rebuild, tentative alliances reforge. But in the shadows to the east, the drums of war sound. Will darkness consume the land, or will heroes stand in its way? Welcome to Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen.
I would have.
Welcome to
significantly more
Dragonlance.
XP.
Oh, there's Zach. Hello.
Hello.
You're good. Finish your sentence. You're fine. You're fine. Finish your sentence.
Well,
You're good.
Like Rackham's,
You're good.
Feels like Rackham doesn't want you to finish your sentence.
Finish your sentence. No, I don't know what you're saying. I missed it. I missed it. I missed
No,
it.
whatever you were saying, it has to be important. Finish it.
Yeah, host
No.
of the
Why
show.
Don't you share, why don't you share it with the rest?
Share with the class.
Did you bring enough for the rest of the class?
Do I sound weird to everybody else? Apparently, people in chat saying I sound like a
Yeah, but it's just your accent.
It's just a bit reverby.
You're a bit
Is it
far,
using
maybe?
the right mic?
It
Yeah.
doesn't sound
Switching
like
on
that.
a speaker.
Doesn't sound like this.
Oh, there we
this
go.
Oh,
microphone?
there. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just
it
a
is.
bit. It's a bit reverby.
Do I have to do the rest of the stream like this?
Yes.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's kind of
Maybe.
cool. It's like a
Drag
late
your
night
nails.
radio
Welcome to
DJ.
ASMR stream. Nice.
Ah. I'm gonna
And in the
ask-
night, I was rubbing.
Why did it go sexual immediately?
It is.
just-
ASMR is always kind of.
It's kind of
Because it's
borderline
ASMR.
weird.
The S in ASMR stands for sexual.
No.
Nope.
I confused it for
It's
S&M
proven.
sounds.
It's proven.
Last time we played, the Hartman family had made their way out of Calaman and on a quest or a mission at the behest of Cassandra, amongst others. They had traveled south, heading to the Inventor's Home, southwest. And along the way, found a burned-down church. After exploring it, discovered bits and bobs of perhaps the ultimate goal of this dragon army. They discovered a number of bandits reporting that not just there's an army to the east by Calaman, but also to the west. And it feels like, it's starting to feel like, maybe the army is starting to surround the area, and Calaman is not its final destination. Pulling through the rubble and the wreckage, they found some notebooks, some histories that point to an ancient city somewhere in the northern wastes. Whether it is myth, legend, or some metaphor for something, we have yet to decipher and figure out. Pushing on from that burned down church where they sent the bandit or the thief, the thug they had found back north to send news and knowledge of the situation, they pushed on and arrived at the inventor's home. Turns out it was an old friend of them, Jackalby, who was more than pleased to see them. Which reminds me, I forgot to send you guys the rune stuff. Pro DM. With this, you arrived at his location, defended his home from the invasion of goblins, kicked all their butts, put some to sleep, and after a very friendly conversation with the hobgoblin and other goblins where you did not torture, maim, or otherwise terrorize them, you pulled information out of them about what has been happening, where they came from, and what they intended to do. You left the invention at the inventor's house, who then started fixing walking legs to his tower and will be heading out of here soon. You discovered that there has been an outpost not too far from here in ancient forgotten ruins, and approaching it you found telltale signs of presence. Recent presence. This old ruin that was burned and destroyed during the cataclysm still has bits and pieces, bobs and bits again, strewn about, and you found through Junie's clever ears, I think it was, you saw and heard a red dragon soldier sitting in the reeds fishing, presumably not just for himself. And with that, with clever mechanics, you managed to drop him unconscious as he sits there at the edge of the river. Behind you, you had spotted some lights in the distance on a platform indicating that you're not alone. And that is where we'll pick up today, with the red dragon soldier falling to the ground with the fishing rod in his hand, a turtle that he's recently caught flopping beside him, a couple of fish in a bag, and silence and fog all around you. Hartman family, what would you like to do?
Goose is gonna
rush over as soon as I can and cast rope trick pretty much right above him so that we can get him into an extra dimensional space ASAP.
Okay. The first one there, then Lyndon. Well, not exactly. You're kind of far away from the rest of them, as I recall.
I think Goose is closer.
Yeah. So the closest are Goose and Juniper, and the furthest away are Corey. I'm just gonna Corliss and Lyndon. So Junie and Goose, if there's anything else you want to do, and same with you.
I guess maybe I might do a perception check to see if anyone, we were fairly sure that this person was on their own, but just in case there's anyone nearby who might also spy us.
So you're actively sort of looking around and scanning, and at the moment you don't see anybody else. There's no one else hiding in the only noise or things that you see are your siblings moving through like shadows in the night. I'll make you do an active roll just on the off chance. Go ahead.
Cool.
You are the one who they say is most likely to roll a nat 20 to start the adventure today. So
it's not natural. It's a 22.
I mean, you might as well quit D&D. You know, nat 20, get out of here. What are you even doing?
I know, I'm sorry.
I just
I don't
embarrassing.
play D&D often.
With a non-natural 22, you do hear the sound of crackling fire in the distance. And you smell smoke. Despite their best efforts to maintain or cover that, there is the smell of smoke in the air, and it's coming from somewhere west of you. Somewhere up the stairs. There's definitely the scent of smoke and the sound of just at that moment a branch or a wood log catching and popping.
Is it the same two people that I had told all of the family about?
It seems to be coming from about that same distance.
Yep, no worries.
Before
Okay.
Lyndon,
So
as Lyndon
that
walks
all
up,
tracks in my mind.
I'm like, as he's about to cast the rope trick, I'm like, whoa, how are we gonna get him up in there?
It's 3 feet. You can lift a guy 3 feet.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like I thought you get him like.
This is specifically why I cut a length of rope that was only 3 feet.
Yeah.
That's smart.
All right.
Well, you grab his legs.
I'm gonna gingerly
climbing
scoop
60-foot
him.
rope.
And a gingerly
Whip
scoop.
whip it out.
Yeah.
Run this. What are they called? Ingredients and things over this 3 foot of rope, and it stands to erect, and then hole appears at the start of it. This
Nice erect rope.
Seems to go right into the hole.
Goose, just grab his legs, would you?
It's an erect rope, is all I'm saying. I
Stop.
grab his little legs. I grab the whole man and just kind of duck under
okay.
and
Cool.
push him in.
All right.
So, you trust the person who worked out that turning a piece of wooden into stone would probably do some amount of work, can't figure out how to make a rope trick work, I suppose. Corey, are you doing anything else while you watch your brother get ready to lift this body, this unconscious person, up a rope, an erect rope, into this hole? Out of the erect rope into this hole, are you doing anything else?
No, I'm watching it happen. I think I'm going to keep my back to my family and make sure that no one's head in our direction.
Okay, presumably
That's
you guys
when
will.
I strike.
I imagine those of you who are looking, maybe keep your back like in some amount of cover. There are trees and foliage sort of nearby as you guys kind of looking around, making sure nothing's coming at you. Who's going into the hole with the unconscious dude?
Goose.
And Lyndon. Okay. All right, we'll split the party.
I think we're all going up.
Are you all
aren't we?
going? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, Drini, you're in it too? In it to win it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make sure everyone gets up, and then kind of looking around, hop in after everyone.
Lyndon is more powerful as a wizard now than last time he cast a spell. Is it nicer inside?
Lyndon, is it nicer inside?
This is the second time I've ever cast the spell. It is the same inside.
Oh.
Can just like.
The last time I cast it was, I think, yesterday or the day before in game. It was not.
Oh yeah,
it was
true.
not a long time ago. It was not a long time ago. I haven't had a lot of time to work on this. I've been working on a couple of level 3 spells that I'm getting the next level of.
I think it's been like a week since.
It's been a week.
Maybe.
It's been a little bit of time because you guys went back to town and stuff.
It was before the general came and propositioned Goose, and we got people back.
How long did we travel
in
down
this
the river?
That was a while ago.
A day or two ago.
So Goose.
But how long did it take to travel?
It looks different inside Goose, but that's because you don't have depth perception now, and you did last time.
I'm like, wow. It's either bigger or smaller.
it's maybe roomier. I don't.
As you pop into the space that looks maybe bigger, maybe smaller, maybe more comfortable, maybe exactly the same, there's the body of the Red Dragon soldier, which is just a human wearing armor plates that are beneath his long cloak, or his long leather cloak that he's got sort of sitting on top of it. He's on the ground, snoring away, unconscious.
Time up.
And just
Time up. We've only got like 30 seconds left.
All right, you bind his feet, his hands, and he is. Do you gag him or no?
Well, he needs to talk, doesn't he?
Yeah, we're in an extra dimensional space. No sound can travel outside of it, so we don't need to gag him, even if he screams. No one can hear you scream. More intimidating if we
Horrifying.
Gag him.
Okay.
Although
After a
we do
few
bind his
moments,
hands in case of magic, obviously.
After a few moments, he will begin stirring. Who are you? Where am I? Who am I? Where are you? What is this? Let me go.
So I can see you putting on that voice.
All right, fine.
Sorry.
Listen, yeah, well, fine. I just, it's always worked for me, but we're...
Yeah, we heard you talking to yourself down by the river, so...
All right, fine. So, yes. And he looks around a little bit nervously.
There's no one around to help you, so you better do as we ask.
I'd like to, but you have to ask something.
It's we're pre-warning that you better do as we ask. As you know, when you get around to the asking, you better do as we ask.
Yeah. We're just kind of laying the groundwork, you know.
Okay, you're new at this. All right.
House rule.
Yeah.
What information do we need out of him?
out of character. It's been a week. What were we doing with this guy? What
Yeah.
was it?
Okay. Yeah. No,
Whatever you
I'm also
So-
confused. So
How many of you are there? What are your defenses?
yeah.
How did you
Our
get here?
intention of being here is just to
Yeah.
fuck up their camp, right, and kill them if possible.
What's your ideal
What's-
Because they're an
date?
outpost of the army.
Yeah.
Generally, information on the army. Is that right?
What does your Tinder profile look like? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just right to
Should
undermine
dogs
the
pay
army and get more
taxes?
info.
I mean, if they go to heaven.
No,
Dogs
heaven
pay
should be
rent,
free.
I'll tell you
Anyway.
that much.
I'm gonna step back and cross my arms and let Goose interrogate.
Okay, he's struggling and he's like watching you. He's got his eyes, but this is not a young, necessarily super young person. Now that you're up close, you can see the dirt is covering part of their face. They have scars. They're worn. They've been around. They have, they're just wearily looking at you. A scowl on their face, but they're really taking in every detail of all four of you, just in case.
If he's struggling, I'm just gonna like grab his face and just kind of.
He's
Don't
not. No.
do
No.
that.
He's
Don't do
he's
that.
he's not straining as best you can tell. He's lying on his back, right? You guys put him on his back on the
Okay.
ground.
Yeah.
So he's just looking up and he's strangely like just not moving and just taking in the whole scene.
All
He
right.
knows that his best. You get the sense like he knows his best bet is to cooperate if he has any chance of surviving this.
All right, big fella. It seems like you're not new to this, right? Been captured before. You seem like a guy that gets preeminently captured a lot.
Sure.
Sure. Here's the deal. We're gonna ask some questions. You're gonna answer them. How many of your friends are up there waiting for us in the camp?
3.
I look to Kari.
I will inside.
Okay, make an insight check.
Well, you've seen how many people there are up there.
I've seen 2 from where I stood. Okay. What is my insight? Oh, dirty 20.
Hey!
Wait. What's
no.
that? It doesn't count till you say it. Say it,
Not
say
push.
it,
Not
say it.
push.
21 then.
All right. It appears that he is absolutely telling the truth.
Okay. I nod to Goose.
They're the ones up west. They're making a fire.
Sure.
Dragon people? Or humans? Or something else?
Draconians.
Draconian, is that what you call them?
Alrighty.
How did you get
Secondly-
involved with these Draconians?
You watch as he turns his eyes, and now you notice the detail that his. Make a perception check, please.
Alright.
Everyone?
Everyone who's in the room looking at this guy, yeah.
Yeah.
I choose not to. It's not
Okay.
because I rolled bad.
21.
Nice.
12.
Okay. And Corey?
I rolled like shit, so
Wow, the rare poopy roll. You watch Junie, you pick up on his left eye simply does not work. It's a glass eye, and his right eye is the only thing that's tracking you guys. So he's got an eye kind of staring off in this distance, and an eye looking towards Lyndon, who's called his attention. There is under the caked dirt and mud and blood on his face, you see the faint outline of a scar that looks somewhat similar to the one that Goose was given.
Is my hey GM, which eye am I missing? Just butterfly.
You're, as I recall, you're missing your left eye.
I was sure it was your
She
left.
Gave you
Yeah.
She gave you the
Yeah,
choice
yeah,
though, and it was your left.
So
Um,
this
so
guy is
you've
also
given
missing his
choices.
left
That is correct.
eye. Did the messenger
How did you get
woman...
involved?
Your eye. Does anyone notice that?
Oh, is that?
Yes, I
Is that
know my
glass?
eye is missing.
No,
Jason.
his.
His as well, Goose.
Oh, his. Hey, yeah, hey, buddies.
Who did that to you?
It was an accident. It happened.
Don't lie to me.
It did happen. It was a gift.
From...
someone I respect a great deal.
Can I kick him? I'd like to
Yeah,
kick
you can.
him.
Yes, you can.
Nah. I said don't lie to me. We started out by telling you that no one could help you and that you should tell us the truth.
As you kick him, where are you kicking him? In the ribs? In the nuts? In the face?
In the ribs. I'm not
'Kay.
trying to kill him. I'm trying to hurt him.
Watch as he... Ugh. I'm more scared of her than I am of you.
I don't think he's lying, Junie.
That's to be understood.
Okay, how about this? We probably know the same woman. Tall, massive, the messenger of the Draconians. She caught your eye out?
Minor illusion, what the woman looks like.
He doesn't answer.
Watch his reaction.
Yeah, okay. Good
This woman,
good
yes.
tactical information there. Alright. So
She is of what sort of rank within this army?
He does not answer.
I take a dagger out.
okay.
Next
look,
question. How many fingers do you have?
As of right now, 10.
Are you more attached to keeping this woman's name a secret, her rank a secret, than you are to your fingers?
Make an intimidation roll.
Is it aided by all of us?
Are you guys
you know.
Are you backing up
Effectively,
Lyndon, or are you
yeah.
looking at how are you reacting to Lyndon threatening physical harm to this bound guy?
Goose
If-
Like,
always
Juniper doesn't
Facts.
like it, but she's pretty pissed off at, the army in general.
Sure. And Lyndon is coming in
And
a little bit
his
quiet. so it's true.
defiance is annoying me.
That's fair. So make a. What did you roll for intimidation?
I got a 14. Was it with advantage? Or not?
Yeah, I think so. If the others are backing you up
Yeah,
and
yeah.
looking all grim and
Yeah.
like, we're gonna get you, buddy, then sure.
14.
14.
Interesting.
Love it.
She's the woman. It's not who you think. That's not her that gave me that.
Okay.
You are
Hey.
chasing shadows. You
We're
have-
chasing dragons, actually.
Can I just
Right.
my audio cut out for a second because I was trying to turn my thing
Yeah,
up and
he
cut my
he
audio.
tells
The
you that
woman-
it's not her. You have the wrong person.
I mean, it doesn't really matter who's in charge, does it? Where is the army attacking?
The army, there's a group, the major group still east of Kalaman. There's a bigger troop than us that's a little further west. Soon you'll be surrounded, and Kalaman will fall, but who cares? It's not that important.
Why isn't it that important?
To hear her speak, the goal has never been Kalaman. It's all of it. What do we care for the barn that sits outside in the field when we could take the whole farm?
You mean Takesis?
I'd
I
be
say that
careful. I'd be careful with that name in your lips, girl.
Why?
I'm not threatened by a name.
Then you're more foolish than I thought. Be done with this facade, this charade. Just drive that dagger through my heart and call it a day, hey?
Sure.
You're foolish to think that I would make it that simple and merciful when you have given us nothing.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
invite
make it
both of the spellcasters. So sadly, Judy, not in this moment, but Lyndon and Corey, I'm gonna ask you to make Arcana checks, please. And Goose, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
What are those?
Why
That
need
is a
to do
nat 20.
anything?
23.
What?
Nice.
It was
22.
AJ, everyone.
22. Perfect.
I got a nat
Nat
20, and it is 26 in total.
A nat 20. So the first 20 of the day goes to Corey. So let's finish this out. It was, in fact, Corey. Rip everybody else your points. Congratulations, everybody who voted Corey. Who just cleaned up house, dude. Somebody just Liska cleaned up house. Well done, Liska. Goose and Corey, you both notice that the eye that's sitting beneath the dirt is staring at something. His right eye is like this brown color that's looking at you. His left eye, even though it is glass, you watch the scar that he has sort of flares a little bit of red, and you can see that the left eye, despite looking like it shouldn't work, is this vibrant, or now vibrant red, or dull red at first and then grows. You can see that there's like inner fire almost to it. And it occurs to both of you. Goose, you succeed on your con saving throw. You take no damage. Nothing happens other than you have the realization that something or somebody's staring at you through that left eye. And it is not this guy.
Do you want to introduce the friend that is watching us?
He's bound. I need... Alright. So, give me a second. Nope. Okay. At that moment, he strains really hard to try to break the ropes as best as he can. You hear a snap, and with the roll that he just had, you hear his wrist break as he pulls against the rope. And you watch it.
Around behind him?
His arms are behind him. He's trying... and with this, he's unable to break the ropes that you guys tied to him, and his wrist just snaps, and he's trying to pull... I
step around behind him to get out of vision of hit the eye, and then I lower my dagger to his left eye and say, "Somebody watching us through this?"
She's always watching. And he nods his head. He nods his head towards Goose. She's always watching.
I'm gonna drive my dagger into his left.
Whoa!
Into his
Hang
left
on.
eye.
Okay.
I think Goose can stop.
He's right there. You can make a... You know what? We'll roll it to initiative, but I'm going to give you disadvantage on that, Goose, and Lyndon, I'll give you advantage on it. You're right up close, and you've got the dagger to him already.
Mm-hmm.
Unlikely to work, but you could try.
I got a 10.
I got a 12. I think I pop it in before it just went down the side of his eye, lobotomy style, and then my intention is to just pop the glass.
Oh, you're taking it out.
Okay, give me.
Not what I thought.
Give me yeah. As we all thought, myself included, that you're about to drive the blade through.
Yeah.
Give me a little sleight of hand and see if you're able to kind of get this out cleanly. We're not experts with dagger eye surgery.
I'm not bothered if I hurt this guy's
Yeah.
face.
Oh, for sure, I understand.
I know that. Yeah. I'm cutting him up if I need to. That's a Dirdo Twinno.
Nice. With this, the eye pops out. You see that inside of it, as it comes to, you hear the ripping noise of something, and you watch the tendrils of black, broken, jagged crystals almost. As you pull out, you hear, and the eye pops in your hand, and you see this growth coming out of it. It is black red, and it is hot to the touch. The soldier that you've done this to suddenly, and from the pain of it, as you rip it out, he seems to fall unconscious.
I lift it up to look at the pupil, and I say, "You would do well not to underestimate us." And then I'm going to turn it away and put it into my coin pouch.
Okay.
Do you need some cloth to wrap it in?
I was going to say put it in the bag of holding, but...
We don't want anyone seeing through it.
I'm fine if they underestimate us, honestly. For that, really, if it came down to it.
Speaking of, before we move further towards the others, I feel like the four of us are not on the same page.
No. We can keep tracing... Yeah, you go.
If we're interrogating someone, we can't have 4 different perspectives, all right? It's not helping us. I understand where Lyndon's coming from, threatening whoever's watching us with that eye, and I understand where Goose is coming from, but if we are to continue to fight, to move, we need an actual plan and we need an actual point of view. Not 4. We need to unify.
What are you saying, a hierarchy?
Not at all. I think we are equals,
We need to be on the same page.
but we should allocate who is leading in the moment.
Based
If
on
it's
the
someone we
circumstance.
can get information out of without killing them, probably Goose. He's the most persuasive.
I'm going to head to the entrance of the rope trick while we're talking and just look out to make sure that there's nobody around us in the immediate vicinity. Raccoon?
Yeah, give me a little perception, Pooh.
But
And Pooh. 22.
Nice. Looking out through the hole of the rope trick, you don't see anybody else at the moment.
I'm just gonna pop my hand with the eye wrapped in cloth out of the rope trick so that if they can hear through this eye, they're not hearing the rest of our conversation.
You got it. 1, 2. With a 22, the breathing of the Red Dragon soldier is down to like. He is unconscious and he is dying.
yeah.
I feel like I might just end this if no one disagrees.
I just kind of wanted to know about the eye thing, but
He's not going to be able to tell us.
We'll figure it out later.
I am curious to know whether he is himself after the removal of the eye. It may have a memory or personality changing effect. that
He's
once
bleeding.
deprived of.
He's bleeding
like
out.
Yes.
We
I
can
could
do
heal
medicine
him.
checks. We can kind of
See if you
out
can
of character.
staunch
We,
the bleeding.
we can do medicine
I'll
checks
do-
and
Yeah,
stabilize
I'll
him.
do a medicine check.
Okay, your medicine check times with the last death saving throw for him. I've been rolling for him.
Ooh.
He has 2 failures and 1 success. So make a medicine check.
Do I
please.
do medicine or do I go straight to using heal?
You said medicine check, so I'm gonna kind of pin you
did.
to that
Try
one.
and, just try and.
No, that's
try and
fair.
medicine check him. It's no
Tough
big
but
deal.
Stabilizing.
fair.
There's plenty of other people in this army.
13.
Only DC 10.
Not a good roll.
13. So you,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you know what? I'll do it on Tailspire. I rolled a 6, an 8, and a 13. If I roll low enough, you might have enough time to stabilize him, but it's not enough at this point. With 13, he's dying. He's bleeding out. The injuries that he
Yeah.
sustained, it's not looking
Bleeding
good.
in as well.
11.
Well,
He
it
doesn't
doesn't
fade
fade.
any further. You don't make it
Yeah.
worse. And as you look at him, you can see the blood is flowing from the wound on his eye. You can see where he's been hit. You can see that broken wrist is also not helping. The fact that he's on the ground, sort of like not breathing properly, no recovery position. It's a bad look. He's fading fast. You have
I
seconds
have a
to
question.
decide to do what with him. Yes.
I have a question, and this is just for flavor. Does he resemble Goose in any way?
Not at
Is it
all.
like a little parallel of like, oh fuck, I remember when my brother lost his eye and it was terrible.
It
So
would
you're
be
gonna say
a
if
cool,
it did
guilty
look like
about
it.
it would be a cool like
To
sort of
Jesus is a
look.
type.
Nice stamp on his
But yeah, she doesn't have a type, and he just looks like, he looks like a farmer in that sense. Like he's got vaguely similar build to Goose, except Goose gets naked way more often for whatever reason. But no, this guy doesn't necessarily look like Goose. He's a man. He's a human.
Yeah.
Beyond that, that's where the similar.
You know what? I will take the thematic parallel in my own heart.
Yeah, of course. I denied it to you, but you could absolutely do it, 100%. No, like I mean, it just I wish, but
shouldn't
there's
have
not that
asked.
much.
I should have just been like,
Yeah,
know
go.
what? I'm gonna roll with it. Yeah, I will heal. I'll use spell slot and I will cure wounds.
Interesting.
Can I not?
You can.
No, it's
There
not
is a.
magic.
This is a.
Oh, can I not
okay.
use magic inside your thing?
No, it's not
No,
this.
you
I
can
need
use
you to
magic
make a
inside.
religion check for me, please.
Just it might be that your newfound god doesn't heal evil creatures or something.
Ah. Well, evil is as evil does, I always say.
This guy does
Laugh
evil
is
though.
laugh.
So
Laugh is laugh. It definitely does.
We murdered a whole bunch of goblins before, like.
Yeah, but they were also evil. Therefore, ends justify the means.
I
We're
don't
not
know
evil.
that on a philosophical
Might makes
sense.
right. I believe
They
that
had a
I
lot
believe
of
that good
unpaid
creatures say that a
punishments.
lot.
That's just an 11.
11.
I see a little 11.
There is a. Much like Lyndon correctly alluded to, there's a sense of. You feel like the eye of the Fisher King is upon you, and you have a decision to make. It's up to you. You can absolutely. He's not going to stop you from healing. He's just. You know that your deity, in this moment, in this place, your newfound worship of them. This entity is, their gaze is upon you at this moment. What do you
Well,
choose to do?
The
Sharing the message
Kingfisher
amongst
said to
foes.
do good, and I can't do that without trying to help people, even if they're pricks. And I will try and cure wounds.
All right, go ahead and
Okay.
cast Cure Wounds.
Redeemable.
You're fine. Cast Cure Wounds.
I do it.
You
Unless
do it.
you say I don't.
You do. You, you absolutely do it. You absolutely do it.
Just cast it, Juniper. Just cast it.
Test it. Just do it.
Cast it.
Test it.
I don't know why you're spending all this time not
I
casting
double
it.
dare you.
Double day.
Okay, so as you, can you roll the actual hit points that you heal him for?
Oh yeah, sorry.
You watch as she
Uh,
lays her hands on him. The wounds, his eye, the hole that's there, sort of like, the eyelid sort of folds over, covering the more egregious looking wound that he has. The blood stops. You can, the bones don't suddenly magically reknit on him, but he is looking somewhat better. He coughs a little bit, and his one good eye flutters open.
That is 6 points.
Okay. And as he looks around, he's... Right, He looks to all of you. Let me... just... He goes back to being sullenly quiet. And he's just groaning in pain from the eye being popped out of his face.
Do you remember what happened? Do you know who you are?
I
What
do
you were
know.
doing with the army?
Of course I do.
Well, tell us.
Why would I?
Yeah, I think he's like the same guy. Like he chose to get this thing in his head. I don't think he's like a whole
Listen,
new
listen,
Dude.
I'll
Are you a
tell-
whole new dude, guy?
Yeah, I'm a newfound man. To the glory of Calaman, I have found my way again. Thank you so very much for. If you just untie me, I'll right be on my way. Everything will be fine. Thank you.
Can I just get 1 second with this dude? I don't know if there's privacy in the
By all
bubble,
means.
but like,
I
We
can turn around and say la
look
la la la
the
la.
other way.
can you just climb out for a hot second? I'm sure it's
You
like
want us
night,
to
and they're
put
gonna
ourselves
see you.
in danger so
We're
that you
not
can
putting
have a hot
ourselves in
second
danger.
with this man.
There's no one looking. We're
T-
fine.
You don't
We're
know
in
that.
some trees.
There's
What
no
do you-
one.
what do
There's
you
no
need?
one else here. In fact, there are three other people, but you can help them find the way as well.
We're not
It's-
talking to you, big guy.
Oh right. Oh okay.
Just
Just trust me.
do what you need to, Goose. We're gonna turn our back.
No, it's
Goose.
trust me.
Can I roll an insight check on my own brother?
Yeah, you can. Hell yeah. Yes, you can.
It's less like I believe him, but I have no fucking idea what's going on in his head right now. That's just a 16.
Goose, you want to make persuasion or deception? I don't exactly know. I'm not in your head.
I got higher than that. got,
Which would what's the
I got a
outcome
20.
of that then?
I got
guess I do what you
a
say.
dodo 20.
A dodo twinno. All right.
I'm not getting out of the room, Goose. Just do what you need to do. I'm not going to stop you.
It's not gonna work. It doesn't matter. Look, if we're worried about being outside, doesn't matter.
Do you want to
Let's
tell
just-
us what you were trying to do so we can?
I was gonna connect with him on the level of that we both have one eye, but it's not gonna work if we're all buddy next to each other. So let's just stab the dude in the face and
Right? No.
be on with it.
That's it. Do the buddy thing. I like that much
No.
better. Yeah, we're
It's not
buddies.
gonna work now.
Well, no. You had one eye. I have one eye, or had one eye. We're the same. In fact, you and I remember when I was your age.
I send a message to Goose. He's changed his flavor for do what you will and kill me. Maybe use this to our advantage.
Look, bud. there's not really another option than killing you, right? We have to go kill the rest of your friends. So, unless you can think of a palpably good reason not
I don't know what that means.
a convincing
Right.
argument
Sure.
as to why we shouldn't,
We
Is
just
it-
need information on this army.
Right, I've told you. Listen. Whatever I tell you, it's not going to be that useful to you. But, sure, there are as many of us as there are stars in the heavens, and there's 4 of you. I'm not sure what telling you that the stars are coming to crash on top of you will do. What does the tree care for the avalanche coming? There's no stopping it.
All right. No more religious iconography, okay? Have you heard about any prisoners being taken lately? Specifically, an older man, huge, kind of looks like me, and a wizard.
Lyndon?
Taken together from
Mine.
burglar.
Minor
There's-
illusion of the dead.
Like that.
Seen
Right.
this guy?
Yeah, big axe.
Have you seen this boy?
He's got a big axe, right?
Yeah. Big axe.
He's
Seems
yes,
to
it's where
be-
Goose gets it from.
Seems to be confused
Oh,
where
axe.
he is all the time, right?
Yes.
And
You've seen it.
I have.
Where was
Yeah.
he when you saw him last?
This is information that will save your life.
Right. Well then, here's what we're gonna do. You let me go. I go down. I'll presumably, if she's blessed by the gods and can cure people, can you hear my thoughts from far away?
Is he looking
Yes.
to me?
Yeah, he's the only one he's seen do magic, and you literally, or he's felt the touch of magic. He woke up and he could see his wounds, so they kind of partially being reknit. So presumably somebody did some magic on him. So he's assuming one of you. He doesn't know that it's you, but he looks around the room. One of you did this to me. I'm not dead, so surely, and I don't see any bandages anywhere.
We'll be able to hear your thoughts. You'll be
Great.
able to respond in your mind.
Perfect then. Let me go, and at distance, I'll tell you exactly where this person is.
No. Because you get far enough away that we can't recapture you, and then you tell us to go fuck ourselves. It's not going to happen.
No. What we'll do is we'll cut off your armor. You'll walk in rags. I whisper to Kari. I'm like, how far does your rain thing go?
I messaged you. I can't read thoughts, Goose.
Yeah, but you'll talk to him and then he can talk back, right?
He can choose not to talk back, Goose.
Yeah, and then we'll have Juniper shoot him through the face with an arrow.
That won't give us the information.
This is all happening
but
in your
he'll
head,
be
right?
dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
Message,
Like, wait, I can
message.
hear all of this. I don't want any of that.
find a way
Yeah.
to forget Goose. Find a way to get the information without him leaving this hole. It's not going to work otherwise.
I can't get this information without either him leaving the hole or you guys leaving the hole.
Tell us where to find this man, and we'll let you leave alive.
How can I trust you?
We
What choice
healed
do you
you,
have?
didn't we?
We healed you instead of killing you.
Just
I put
kill
out
him.
this evil artifact hoping that it would return you to your senses and you wouldn't be throwing your life away for some draconic army. We're trying our best to save you.
He thinks about it for a minute. You make a good point. All right, fine. Swear. Swear on whatever gods you worship that you'll let me go.
I swear on every one of the gods, I will let you leave if you tell us where to find this man.
Very well. This man has been captured from one of the little meaningless villages that we've been passing through. He's been taken west. The messenger, or one of the messengers of Fire Eyes, has him. They've put him to hard labor. He's not good for anything else, and he's out west. He'll
Sorry,
give
Rocco,
you
what was the name?
the name. He doesn't give you a
He
name.
just
Oh,
said-
Fire Eyes.
Fire ice.
Fire
Fire.
Eyes.
Fire ice or fire eyes?
Fire Eyes.
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 Messengers of fire eyes, yeah.
One of the messengers took him west and he'll tell you it's near Steel Springs, which you've heard of. In character, you would know that this is roughly like half a day's march away, and it's pretty far west for them to already be out there. If what he's saying is true, then you definitely have some contingent of the army that has gone around Calaman and is west. There's a piece of the army that's east. Presumably there's some army that is south of it. You know that from the north there was some presence as well. Calaman is slowly but surely being surrounded.
Okay.
And this man, Sabin, this man was captured with him and taken to the same place, or put to different use?
The wizard, you mean?
Yeah.
I've not seen him.
I don't think they would have been taken to the same place if one was doing hard labor.
I've done my
Sabin is
part.
not good for that.
Now keep your word and let me go.
We will. After we kill those other three. We should go take
We'll
out
leave
those
him in
draconians and then leave this man to live.
It's a good plan.
Alrighty.
He'll stay silent and not say anything. It seems like
I
a good
send
deal.
a message to Lyndon. Are you going to cause him to sleep? How can he stay in here rather than he could just leave when he wanted to?
I was hoping that Goose might choke him out or something, knock him out.
Yeah, and Goose is just clocked in.
Already? Like, no message.
Just like that. See, sometimes we are on the same wavelength. I sit back to Corey.
It takes a couple of hits where you punch him first. He goes, "What are you doing?" And, poof, and then after that, you watch as he's knocked out cold, his head lolling
Excellent.
back, and he's
You,
I might just.
you're on my wavelength. I'm feeling a little spent. I've got a little more fight in me, but we should take the fight to them while we have the element of surprise.
There's only 3. Make sure that you and Corey stay back.
Yes.
I'm going to retie him. Just his wrist is
tie him
broken, so
strongly.
he could slip
His-
out.
And his ankles as well.
Can I
Hog tie him if
assist?
possible, so
Yeah,
that he
I was
can't
gonna say,
crawl.
can I assist Junie in tying him so that if he were to even try and move, it's going to directly like cause pain to the broken wrist?
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, it's a broken wrist. Like, it doesn't take much. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I do one of those things where the rope like goes between the fingers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sure.
He'd have to. Yeah.
It takes you like a couple of minutes to just get it down pat, but you guys, hog tie him essentially. and
Easy.
Yeah.
He's just kind of stuck in place.
We
for
were
sure.
raised on a farm. You know.
Yeah, you know how to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. His hands are tied to his feet. Like, there's no getting out of here
Yeah, cool.
without
I want
hurting
to
himself.
also address the possibility that we no longer have the element of surprise because of the eye. It could be that whoever was looking at us has informed the rest of these scouts to look for him.
That's why I
and
didn't want
they're
to leave the
out
hole.
looking for us. Yes, same.
They-
And I look
they
down
are
through the
far
window
away.
and look around to just check that I don't see them looking for him down at the shore.
For whatever reason, this one was by himself.
They didn't know at that point that we were on our way, but now they do, possibly.
He might
We
have
should
also just
move
caught dinner.
quickly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Weapons out as
I-
we drop.
Yes, weapons out and get ready. And move in as quickly as we can and make short work of them, hopefully.
Okay.
We will.
All right, as you guys
Alright.
drop down,
Look.
leaving this poor. Yep.
Before we drop down, I'm going to look at my siblings. Who's on point for this?
Well, usually I have to be at the front
Goose.
Okay.
in order to
Then
take
Goose.
the most arrows to my face.
You lead.
Yes, we take your lead, Goose.
All right.
Try not to
My
die.
hammer makes
Do you
a
want to-
swing sound as I pull
Do
it
you
out.
do you wish for that to be magical? Because I could do that now, or do you wish for me to have a little more power for attacking? I could also make you large, but I don't know if that's useful. I can make this magical, pointing to the hammer. I can make you large, or I can have a little more oomph to throw at them.
No,
keep an
we
ace up
can't
your
have.
sleeve.
We can't
I'll
have
be
Goose
right.
the tallest.
Excuse me.
Of course. So no to the magical.
Yeah, keep an ace up your sleeve. You're probably
All right.
better to use it
All right.
than I am.
I'll
Well,
help communicate between the
tired.
family if need be.
Radical. All right. I'm gonna get out. I'm just gonna get there as quickly as possible. Are you guys gonna follow?
Yes.
Plan?
Yes, we'll be behind you.
I'll be
Alright.
right behind you, Goose, if you two keep some distance.
Yes.
All right. So you know that the place that you saw them is up these stairs. 1, 2. You find a passage, and it is not super far away from you. You do have the element of surprise. They do not know that you're here yet. But I will ask you, as you're making your way up, to make a stealth roll, please.
All right. Goose is gonna use his last usage of the balance thing to cancel out the disadvantage.
You got it.
Is it just Goose?
Yeah, it's just applying to him.
Dodo
boo.
20.
Dodo, nice.
Let's go.
14.
Okay.
Did he take the wind out of your sails, Ellie?
Yeah.
She gasped with shock at how well she rolled, and then you were like, "Dodo 20."
And then I
saw her
didn't
face
even-
go. "Hmm."
No. When were we not all rolling? Or
Yeah, you're all rolling. Yeah.
Or rolling
well
stealth.
then I got a natto 20.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Ooh.
And Rob or Lyndon?
Just as good. Just like some eight is almost the 20.
Okay, so on
In the grand
average,
scheme of how many,
Oh,
in the grand scheme of how many numbers there are.
That's true.
okay, as you're making your way up the stairs, you get to the little ledge that leads to the final set of stairs, and you're pretty close. But Lyndon, there's a moment where your robe brushes against a branch, and it's enough to knock the branch and whip it back. It makes a split. It's kind of cutting, like, so I don't know if you've ever caught a branch like the tip of the arm or something when somebody walks in front of you and smacks back in your face. You let out an involuntary noise, and you hear. So Goose is up ahead. Junie, you're with him, right behind him, I think, is what I understood.
Yeah.
And the twins
Yeah.
are a little bit further behind. Perfect. You hear Goose from up above. 2 noises. One, the noise of something shifting, and a Goose. You recognize the draconic for, oh, he's caught some food finally. And then I'm gonna make you do an active perception check.
Goose is doing it?
Yep, you're in the front. You're the leading point, right?
11.
I see the flaw in this system.
I mean,
When's
Juniper
the
is
last time we had a
right
short
next
rest?
to me, surely.
We just had a short rest at Jacoby's house, and then we walked here.
That's right. So
Yeah.
I would have used Arcane Recovery. Yeah.
So what'd you get, Goose?
I got 11.
Okay. You hear the voice. Juniper, you're tracking. I mean, it's possible. Yeah, okay, sure. Make me an active perception check as well. Why not? Why not?
Rackham's just giving away rolls.
I'm
now.
not giving it away. I'm just.
We're both
Goose,
at the front.
That is a Dodo 20.
All right, Goose, you hear a noise. Juniper, you recognize the noise. That's the difference. Goose, you hear just like the sound of something shifting. Junie, you hear a voice, a grunt of muffled, something in somebody's mouth going, "Rrr." Maybe whatever experience you and Godswin had, who knows? And the shift of ropes being strained against. And with a dirty 20, you know the voice. This is close to Godswin's voice. And your mind kind of goes,
Garrett.
Fuck.
you have been heard to some extent, and one of you has been heard, and they're expecting the guy that was down below to come up with food, is what they're expecting to see.
Am I close enough to Goose to
Yeah, you're right
kind
behind
of
him.
tap him?
Mhm.
It's Garrett.
Oh, should we go then?
No.
I'm kidding. Let's go rescue him.
I guess it doesn't change our plan. It's just adding more stakes. But
I'm
You know.
going to pretend like I'm delivering fish so we can get a little bit closer.
do you want me to? Before you get to him?
Just draw.
Okay.
How well... I was talking to that guy for a while. He kind of spoke with a general accent of that, like...
Right,
vaguely
you kind of
heard,
did like
right?
an Irish almost,
Yeah, a little
right?
bit of undertones of Irish, just softer Irish. I'm sure.
Give me your best shot, Zach.
Got some
Take it
fish.
away.
Fish for dinner. Quite a catch, actually it was. Got
Loving
some
this.
pike. Got some river trout.
Give me a
Trout
performance
is a fun word
check.
to say.
All right.
That's been a murder.
Been a murder.
Yeah.
What am I making? A
Proper
Performance.
Irish,
100% performance. We're gonna do this.
Wow. I'm
While
sorry
he's
to
while he's
all
rolling
about-
that, Rackham.
Yeah.
While he's rolling that, I have when we got out of the hole, I quickly turned the bag of quote bag of maybe holding / devouring.
Yeah.
Inside out to check all of the things that were still in there. And if none of them have disappeared, I quickly chuck them all back in and drop that eyeball in there as well, so that it's in technically a different space.
Nothing
You
has
haven't-
disappeared, and you
You
chuck
haven't
the
kept
eyeball in there.
bananas there, have you?
What's that?
You haven't got any bananas in there that get smushed at the bottom of the bag of holding.
Oh.
Just in the bottom of the hole, yeah, just get all messed up.
I'm gonna
Now
make.
the
I'm
bag of
gonna,
holding just permanently smells like banana.
and you're like, I'm gonna make banana bread with this. Don't throw them out yet, and then you never do.
You just
Um,
never do
never
it.
Just
They're
never.
never
Hot,
becoming
my
banana
freezer's
bread.
filled with banana bread and potential.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so what'd
So
you
I'm
get?
moving up as I'm saying that
Yeah.
to kind of like cover my approach,
Mhm.
and I rolled a lucky 7.
Nice.
So, lucky.
7 is a lucky number. That's a good number.
Okay.
It's a good performance.
The
You
biblical
hear
number.
the you hear 2 large bodies move in your direction. You hear the footfalls of poof, poof. Well, not like large. Anyway, you hear the
Yeah,
sound of like muscular things making
Solid.
their way. And again, I call out, "Are you okay? What's wrong? You sound concerned." And they're making their way towards you.
No, I just bit my tongue.
Okay. They're
This is a
walking in
7.
your
I'm
direction.
role-playing a 7, all right?
Yeah. You guys arrive, or you're
Yeah.
near the top of the stairs. Like Journey's following
Love
you, I
it.
imagine, and Twins as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not jumping to attack. They just think something's wrong. Like you sound weird. Are you drunk? Because you saw a bottle down below, and you know it's like, have you been? And no, it's just like they're walking. They're not on alert. They're just concerned at this moment.
I think I'm looking to Goose and just kind of like, as soon as any of them get in range of me, I'll just kind of like nod to him to say like, I can take a shot.
Yeah. Am I?
You can't see them yet, but like the second you crest
Yeah.
the stairs, you're gonna
Yeah.
be visible.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like right where I am, that those stairs literally right in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch to them essentially, and like and make a noise as if I slow. So I'm gonna like, if I've got like I've got like tools and stuff on my thing, just kind of drop them and kind of like duck down as if I've tripped over.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, just slipped. The fish, they're got a little bit of sand on them. They're still good.
On the strength of your acting and your deceptive nature, I'm going to ask you to make a deception roll as you
Thank
slip
you.
and try
I
to
appreciate
sell.
that.
Let's see.
It's gonna be great.
Is that a 1?
Ah,
Nice
Nice.
nat 1. This is a nice nat 1 there.
As you
Perfect.
do your
Do we have
best
any
to sell
bets
it,
for the first net or
I
whatever?
totally forget the accent. I'm like, God, I fell over. God damn.
I cast catapult on my own hand to facepalm myself at 100 miles an hour.
it's overacting. Like this is the room basically. All right, perfect. As you overact,
I did not.
I did not. Oh, hello. There's that moment where they see you because you misjudged. They have height on you.
Yeah.
Your head peaks as you try to sell the fall, going ow, owie, ow, and they finally see you. They draw their blades, and I'm going to ask all of you to please roll initiative.
You still get
AJ,
the element
you
of
may have-
surprise.
missed some of it. You may have missed some of that, AJ, but we got a net one.
I was watching it all on my phone. Don't worry.
Okay, great. Apparently they might get the element of surprise because I rolled a 5 on initiative. I was so put off by your bad performance, and I was like, "What are you doing?" That I didn't even see them coming.
So, Ollie, or Lyndon, you got a 5. Corey, what'd you get?
What's that?
I got a Bowser.
Nice, 19.
Yeah.
Junie?
Sorry, just
Goose?
looking at my sheet.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Oh, I got a dirty Bowser, which is what he is right now.
I'll let you, between the two of you, Corey and Junie, decide who goes first between the two of you.
Junie.
I'm behind Goose, so I think that makes sense.
14 and 17. Ooh,
I actually don't mind going later in the initiative because I can work out what the hell I'm going to do because I've got so many different options. I've got so many different options of avenues that I can take this.
And Goose, you got, what was it, a 14 you said?
Mop up.
Yeah.
Okay. Juniper, you get the jump on... Sorry, one.
Sorry, I got a 17.
Oh, my bad. Oh, okay. Everybody's got 17. That's what's up. Except Lyndon.
We're all 17.
So do you want... So it goes Junie with 19, Corey 19, Goose 17, the two of them, and then Lyndon. Perfect. Top of the round then. Juniper, as you hear your brother slip and sell the fall, you hear the sound of blades just being drawn, and you hear the now more forceful of Garrett straining against the ropes by the tree. You don't see them yet because they're at the top of the stairs, but you can hear them coming from above. What will you do? And Corey, you're up next.
I'm gonna shoot one. I'm gonna try and well, hopefully I hit one because then I can use Horde Breaker to fire an arrow into another one. So that all depends on this roll. What's that? Oh, it's not particularly high. 14?
As you come up the crest and can finally get your line of sight on them, 14 absolutely hits. As you come up, arrow loosen, slams into the first one.
Great. Okay, that is a D8. Oh, that's an 8. Plus 3, 9 to 11 damage for that one. And then I will use Horde Breaker.
So with the 11, as you come up and catch him, this is exactly half his life. There's a chance that you catastrophically just annihilate him one shot. He will roll a 7. You watch as the shock of the arrow that plants itself across his chest goes clean through. He falls to the ground and immediately releases the same gas that you've seen before, this petrifying gas, as it explodes in a spore cloud, leaving nothing behind. The other Draconian, however, is not within...
One shot, kill it.
She did. It's not within 5 feet of him. So Hordebreaker, I think, does it have to be adjacent?
Yes,
or does it...
they have to be, I believe you
Adjacent,
are right.
yeah.
I think it's 5 feet.
They have to be a horde.
It should be hard.
Why can't they be more horde-like?
And with this, the first shot, you watch as the creature just goes into system shock, falls down.
I love that game.
Damn them lemon-stealing hordes.
What a stretch, dude. Love it.
It's only a select group of people that are going to
That's so
understand it.
stupid, and I love it so much. Make a... what do you want to do with your bonus action the rest of the movie? You have 20 feet of movement left. You have a bonus action left. What will you do?
Oh, man. Can I get to Garrett?
Can you get to Garrett?
It's like not the smartest idea, but you know.
Oops, hang on.
Judy's never been the smartest.
She wears her heart on her sleeve. It's not being smart. He's 45 feet away. You can't get to Garrett. What you could do is move up, and I would allow you, just because I think it'd be great, if you want to do your horde attack against the ropes that hold him. But if you fail, there's a chance you hit him.
Oh.
Hey, only upside.
I was just going to say that. I was like, but what's the catch?
Oh, no, I don't think I can take that risk.
Okay, so...
Oh, fuck. Can I? Shit. Fuck. What would Judy do?
What is the what was the trade-off? If you miss, you might hit him, or if you nat one, you might hit him.
If I miss, I hit him.
Oh god. What's
can heal
what's
him.
the armor class? Do we know? You can heal him.
He's stuck in ropes that are around him. Like it's hard to see, and he's straining. So it's a hard shot to make.
Oh, hang on. Listen to the heart. I think she's gonna try her best, right?
Okay,
Okay.
does she move up closer then?
Yeah.
Think about the tragedy if you hit him.
Okay, make an attack roll, please.
Oh, I'm thinking. I'm already adding songs to my sad Juniper playlist. Oh, that is a natural Bowser.
Nice. With this,
Nice.
the arrow catches you, aim towards the back of the tree, you snap the ropes. The ropes fall, and immediately Garrett falls to one knee. He's still wearing the armor that was given to him, and it's heavy. He has no weapons on him, but he falls to the ground on one knee, and he's... And as he releases, he points up. And all of you collectively look up, and at that moment, Juniper, between Corey and Juniper, the shadow of one more draconian hiding and skulking in the trees was hoping to catch you guys off guard. His plan a little bit foiled. He will go now. If I can click the damn mini. Got him.
You know
We did it.
You know what's really
Good boy.
dumb?
Mm.
And this is an Ellen being dumb thing. I have primeval awareness, which I can use to like figure out.
That'd be
whether,
great. Yeah.
But I just
Wait, you
figured
could have
because-
used that the entire time?
Yes, but I also just figured because we're heading towards Dragonkin, why would I waste it? Because I know it's gonna be like boop, 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 dragons are
Bing,
around. And I'm
dragons.
like, yeah, of course.
You can't. It doesn't let you
Yeah.
pinpoint, does it?
No.
It's one of those that's like kind of shit if the GM
It's like-
doesn't allow
it's-
like a lot of
It's like
leeway with
vibe based.
it. Yeah,
You watch
it's
as...
not a great feature.
So, Junie, you've walked up, used your action, you've used your sort of bonus action to shoot off Garrett. You're not moving, unless you're moving anymore. You don't have any more movement. You're kind of done, actually.
No, yeah.
The Draconian
Let's
above...
not phrase it as shoot off Garrett. That's
Is that? I don't know. Is that a thing in Australia? It's not a thing up here. But maybe,
Everything's a
you
thing
don't
in
know.
Australia.
He will jump off the Draconian from above will leap. You watch its little wings allow it to glide, and the first person that's there, Judy, as it lunges towards you, it'll glide 60 feet. Does it get to you? It does. And it'll land
yeah.
like a sort of overgrown monkey, landing on your arms, your chest, your shoulders, and try to slam you to the ground. First attack, I need you to make a contested roll with me, please, to see if it knocks you to the ground.
What am I rolling?
Athletics or acrobatics? It's up to you.
Athletics, please.
All right.
16.
Natural 4. As he lands on you, you're able to sort of dodge. He ducks and rolls behind you, and with this, his dagger, he's going to try to jab it in your back.
Okay. I mean, I'm
Natural 2. Love this game.
It's going real well. It's going real well, Rafa. You're doing
It's
great.
good. It's good.
Great,
The setup
great.
has been very well paid off. Scary monsters that do nothing. Corey, you're up. He lands there in
how
a
far-
flurry of wings, and you watch this long tail sword dragging to the ground, a glint of a dagger that's dripping poison.
How far away is he from me?
That one is
'Cause I'm guessing I
33
can see
feet.
it.
You can see, yes, you can see the stairs are pretty steep, but you see the outline of this thing, the flash of daggers, the wings, the scales. You can see
Yeah,
not of
okay.
its entirety, but from the shoulders up.
I see the glint of the dagger and the poison close to my sister, and I'm immediately gonna lash out with Tasha's mind whip.
Nice.
Thank
It has
you.
to make an intelligence saving throw of 14.
It's a Viking in intelligence. Let's go! Please. Oh, natural 13 plus 1, 14.
The DC is 14. So
Let's,
yeah.
yes! So with this, one good roll today. Sorry, I'm just happy. Yeah, so the mind whip, is it a save or suck, I think? No, it's not mind sliver.
I
I
think
think
it
you
does
still
half
do.
damage
Yeah, it's
too.
still
Now
good.
that
I always
sounds
get mind
like it
sliver and
takes
mind
half.
whip mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes half damage. So let me roll that, which is
Mind
3d6.
Whip.
5, 11, 15.
Half to 7. Whip. Stewie, anyway, you deal 7 points of damage to the poor Draconian. Well, the poor Draconian. The friendly Draconian. Maybe he's friendly. But as you find purchase on his mind, it's sort of... It's stronger in its mind than you expected, I guess. What's the follow-up, Corey?
I don't think I have one. I think I'm going to get I was already 30 feet from this creature. Was that correct?
35, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get another 5 feet closer and sort of crouch because we're on a stairwell. So I just want to try and make it hard for me to be
perfect
hit by any sort of long range.
Yeah, you sort of lean against it, and
yeah, I'm gonna get up against one of those like walls.
Got it. Excellent.
Yeah.
Goose, you are up. There's one of them. There's Garrett behind. There's the other one on the left side.
So
what will you do?
They have the high ground.
They have the high ground. So the 2 left, right? Left alive.
Yeah, there are 2 left alive, and Garrett, who's weakened. This is your chance.
No. Can we please not kill everyone in this?
Let's finish off their whole family line.
It's merciful because then no one has to mourn each other.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Not evil. Not evil, you guys. Yeah.
Goose is going. You see him reach to his side, and it's like he was fumbling for this as soon as like shit started to pop off.
Does he drop his hammer and armor? Is that what happens?
Yeah. He drops his hammer. He actually throws it into the water. He fumbles in his pocket, pulls out the stopwatch, and hits it. And then just everything goes to him, just slows down as he looks around, and then just like, all right, sprints up. So he has an additional action and moves double his speed.
Hang on, do you have to? I'm trying to remember if you have to roll for it.
To roll, I did when I rolled initiative.
Okay, perfect.
I rolled a d6.
Awesome.
Rolled a 3.
Excellent.
Sprint up the stairs. Just turn on my heel, and I'm gonna booming blade smack the lad hitting J-Town.
So the guy that you're attacking, hang on, let me tell you. You are behind him. Juniper's on the other side. You're technically flanking him, which grants you advantage on the attack.
Nice.
Okay, I'm actually going to... I know this sounds ridiculous, but I'm actually going to move so that when I hit him, he's going to move away from, like, 5 feet away out of melee, because I can push people back 5 feet.
Oh, so you want to loop to the other side away? Like, you want to be standing next to Juniper?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Oh, and I'm pushing down the stairs.
A dirty 20.
Oh, absolutely, you hit. And that's, yeah, okay.
Nice.
As you run up, the impact, is there a saving throw?
No. He's just, that's part of the crusher feat. It just moves him.
Oh, crusher, yeah, it's good feat.
Nice.
Good feat.
So roll your damage.
I can't see. Did he fall downstairs?
He does not fall
2 ones
downstairs.
on the d6s. That is 6 points of bludgeoning damage as he's knocked back, and he's like, I hit him, and it's in slow motion still, so he falls back, and he has this like shimmering, thunderous energy around him. I'm gonna continue on to the other one and use my additional action to beat his ass as well.
So you double your movement speed, right? You were here. Let me just make sure you can get there. Yes.
Oh yeah.
So that
60
gives
feet.
you 60 feet.
Difficult terrain, is it? Or
No, it's
it's just
you're
like 5 feet shy.
yeah, you're like I think you're just 5 feet shy.
I'm 5 feet shy. Okay. If that's the case, if I can't reach him, then
He's now in a tree as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just tail spine. No, nobody saw that. Nobody saw that.
Okay, then I'll
Just
just wail on the main guy instead.
Okay, go for it. As you do so, though, give me a little. You're up close and personal now. Give me a little insight check.
Ooh, okay. 6.
In the midst of combat. No, okay, cool. He's taking an ass beating. Perfect. Keep going. Proceed.
No worries.
It's only Crusher's only once per turn, is it? Or once per attack?
Yeah, once per turn. That is 17 to hit.
17 hits. Whack. You push him another
that's
5
better.
feet.
9. 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
And are you aiming to push him down the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can only push him once per turn, so
Oh,
I
I
can't
see, never mind.
actually
Okay.
push him more than that.
Cool. So you smack once, twice. The first time he stumbles back, then he holds his ground. This one connects with his face, and you hear something crack. You watch a couple of teeth go flying, and one of his horns has been broken. And he looks up at you like a beast, almost like an angry dog that's growling in his throat. It's getting ready to pounce on you. Anything else for you, Goose?
And then he's going to look at him still standing, and he's going to be like, Goose has moved so quickly, and then he's going to burn through 2 sorcery points, and is going to quicken a spell, hit him again. And you see him, like, even though everything's moving in slow motion, he's like, hey, what's for dinner? Pike. And then he hits him with a hammer, and he's like, this would have been way funnier if I was wielding a pike.
Make another attack roll.
No, natural 1. No.
Oh, shit. Shit.
Okay.
Since you were
would've
like
been so
sped
dope.
up, were you saying it in a really high pitched improved voice?
Somebody hit fast forward on the cassette tape, yeah. Which I realize, like, most of Twitch has no idea what I'm talking about, but it's okay. All right, Goose.
God,
Yeah, they
move away
wouldn't,
from
would
him.
they?
You move away from him?
Yeah.
Where? In which direction? Towards Garrett or towards your siblings?
To kind of stand with, actually going to stand with Garrett.
Okay, he's going to take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Here it goes.
Garrett is?
No. Yes, Garrett! Surprise!
That's why I was
That's a 14 will miss, right?
Yeah.
All right. As you step away, you hear the sound of the dagger scraping against. Like, this creature is quick. Like, it's very dexterous, very, very fast, and it lashes against your armor. You hear the, but it doesn't get through. The other draconian will now go, and you've presented yourself to be the biggest threat. It's going to charge at you and attempt to attack. Actually, no, it's not. Sorry, retcon. I already said it, but I'm changing my mind. You watch as it charges towards one of the tents behind it. It turns back and begins to run. Now that it sees you, it sees your sister, it sees a magic happening. Garrett has been freed. It runs towards the tent behind it. And it will disappear into one of the tents. Okay, Lyndon, you're up.
Okay, so he's gone by the time I can see him. That's not the guy at the top of the stairs, right?
At the top of the stairs, he's bright and red and very,
He's still
very
wounded,
visible.
yeah. Very, very visible. Do I get the impression that he would be resistant to or immune to poison just from his appearance? Does he have big venomous fangs? Obviously, he's using a venomous dagger, but...
Very good. Without being prompted, with the insight, you can see the blood that comes out of him is hitting the ground. It's green. It looks... Yes, it looks absolutely like his body blood is actually poison. And therefore you assume that probably yes.
Yeah, so as Lyndon sees his family in trouble and his eyes start to go a little venomous again from that poison that's left over in his veins that he can now control, he thinks better of it, calms himself in that moment, turns to Ray of Frost instead, and casts Ray of Frost at that guy on the top of the stairs. I need to roll for that. 17 to hit.
Hits.
He takes 8 points of cold damage, maximum damage, and if he survives it, he has his speed reduced by 10 for the next round.
He does survive, and with the injuries that Goose has already laid upon this guy, you watch as his wings, this left wing where Goose kind of hit him in the face, the second strike catching part of his wings and bones breaking his horn. The Ray of Frost finishes the job, and you watch as his left wing is now solidly encased, and as he moves, it just breaks. Poof, hits the ground behind him. He curses in Draconic. This guy is severely hurt and definitely moving at half speed now.
Stay away from him, I remind people. And then I will heed my own warning and walk back away from... Like, I can't get up the stairs past him without him being in range, so I'm just going to walk back down the stairs a little bit.
Okay.
To make sure that I'm a little bit out of his range if he was to charge down.
At the end of the round, then, Garrett, who is the last one, will stand up, looks to you, Goose. As soon as he stands off his knee, looking hurt, his mouth was gagged. He's like loosened himself, and when he had pointed up, you can see that he's injured. He's been beaten pretty well. And he looks at you. Do you have a weapon on me?
Yeah, of course I have. Oh, right, for you. Yeah. You're gonna toss, like, I assume as like a narrative action.
It's a object interaction. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Narrative.
I have a warhammer that I can give.
Perfect. He grabs it from you and gives chase to the guy who went inside the tent.
You're gonna lose another weapon.
He charges,
Waste no one.
and you watch as he disappears into the tent behind the other guy. All right, Juniper, you're up.
Have fun.
Okay, so one's gone into the tent. What's happened to the guy who was attacking me with the poison?
He's right beside you. He's right here.
Okay. Am I able to move back?
Yeah, he's not within melee range because Goose, your brother, has knocked it 5 feet away from you.
Thanks, Goose. I'm gonna
No worries.
skirt backwards, nook an arrow, and fire into this douche.
Douche, go for it.
I don't really. What do I want? No, I don't want to. I don't want to use sharpshooter because it's such a risk.
Do it.
Ooh.
Oh, guys, don't.
Do it. Do it.
I'm
it.
susceptible to
Do
peer
it.
pressure.
Do it. Do it.
Peer pressure.
Look, you don't have to do it if you're a coward.
Yeah,
Wow.
if you're a coward, then don't do it.
Oh, thank goodness. Whew. No, what is it? It's a -5. Okay.
-5.
Hey, let's try it.
Sharpshooter?
I
Okay.
win.
Oh, okay. I rolled not bad. So that is essentially just going to be with the -5. That's just +2. So that's still a 21. Which means
-5 plus 2, and you got a 21?
well, no, because it's
You got-
-5. So, but my
It's normally
my-
plus
Yeah, so
seven.
it's mine. So it's
It's
mine.
plus
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
so plus,
Not
you rolled a
+7,
19?
-5,
Jesus.
It's a
yeah,
19
I
plus
rolled
2.
a Bowser.
Jesus! Bowser's showing up everywhere. Absolutely. The arrow.
No, and this is like the one session where it's actually
Don't say it, don't say it.
peacefully.
Don't say.
No, like if you guys could see him, he's actually doing
Ouch to
the
the
creepy
world.
thing where his like you can see his
Yeah.
eyes in
Oh, yeah,
REM,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's kind of like a bit like he's.
My dog used to run in his sleep. He would go. Arf, 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 arf,
Yeah.
These
so
little
what- hang
puppy
on,
noises.
sorry.
So it's okay.
What
19.
does
Where are you
that
aiming?
mean?
Where are you aiming?
You get a +10 to your damage.
I think I'm aiming. I'm aiming for like the shoulder, like for the arterial, right?
'Kay.
Like
You
I want to
scan
take
this
out.
creature.
Its,
You're familiar with
Was
beasts.
was this shot on the guy that had like 1 hit point left?
He had 5 hit points left. It's okay.
Oh,
God.
so we
As
don't
you-
have to do the full damage.
It's perfect. As you look up, you take shot, and you can see where in his neck as he's raging. You can watch the veins. Like he's not human. He's not humanoid. It's a monstrosity. It's a monster. This thing. But you can see the pulsing veins. Still carries blood. Still has to oxygenate in some manner. And as the shot rips, you catch it. It grabs onto its neck as you've caught like the major artery. Blood starts, or poisonous blood starts spurting out in vast amounts. Its eyes goes wide in panic, and it's stumbling, and you watch as it stumbles, shuffles off, and falls down over the wall before exploding down below harmlessly, leaving a poison spray. Nobody was close enough anyway. The body evaporates, and you hear the gurgle of poison as its insides becomes its outsides, and it is dead. Now what?
Well,
Got any
There's
free
still another
vials, Corey?
There's still another dude, right?
There's
Yeah,
somebody who
that's
ran
the
to
one
that
who
tent
ran
is
to the
unseen.
tent.
Yep.
Just fire into the tent.
Yeah. just
I
fire
can't. I
into
don't
the
have. my turn's done. I don't have any more actions.
You have 20 feet of movement left.
Oh.
I moved you like 10 feet back
Climb a
from
tree.
the guy.
Can I climb up a tree?
Stop peer pressuring Ellie.
I'd like to slide down the stairs, like like I'm doing an Ollie essentially. Not Ollie the character.
Yeah, I
like
hear you.
Oh. I did think.
So you wanna go back
down towards
the
Did you
stairs?
do that at any
Okay.
point?
You get to the
You can
top of the
slide
stairs.
downstairs, yeah.
You
I want to
you
grind down the railing, bruh.
Nice.
No.
Bruh.
It's a druid
I-
feature.
I want to try and get to the. I want to try and get to the tent.
Okay,
If I
so I'll move
can.
you 20 feet in that direction. Okay. Curry, you're up. Curry. Curry.
Wild
Corliss, what are you doing?
shapes.
It doesn't matter.
Cutting some wild shapes.
I'll get there, I swear.
I'm going to run as far as I can now that there's no one in the vicinity.
Okay. Up towards like
I-
the main plaza, you mean? Like the plateau
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, up the stairs the rest of the way. I don't think from where Corey was that she saw people going into the tent, so I'm going to turn to Goose and just say, all clear?
Yeah. Dude ran at the tent. What's the name? Right after him.
Okay, and I
Gareth.
will...
Gareth. Right.
I will firebolt the tent.
Hell yeah, you will. Make an attack roll. Don't roll a 1, basically.
Oh my god. Why would you even say that?
That is a Bowser.
That is a Bowser.
So
Nice.
many Bowsers.
As you shoot
my
the tent,
God.
you watch, it's made of cloth. Immediately catches fire, and the tent on the outside begins to burn. Roll damage anyway. Let's see how much of the tent burns immediately from this superheated spell.
That is a 10. That's a 10 on a D10.
You watch
Whoa!
as the tent.
Oh my
Hang on, let's
God.
do this. Perfect.
Something is up. Something's in the air tonight.
Let's use this guy, as now you can
Oh,
clearly see
so
inside.
you feel-
And inside you can see the Draconian and Garrett. Garrett's with his warhammer. It's not.
Making
It's
out.
it's
Making love.
and they're making. They're making little.
Holy shit!
They're making
They
little
were.
Garrett babies.
The entire side of the tent just whoosh, like flash paper, and they're just in there.
Did you
Oh
take my
my
lemons? Anyway, and so with this, as they're standing there, you watch the Draconian is fiddling through a bag, and he's pulling out the same thing that you've seen before, this sort of wand or this sort of tube. The last time that was used kicked off this enormous mark into the heavens to indicate their location like a flare. And Garrett's doing his best to knock that crap out of his hand. The tent is still ablaze. So, it seems the Draconian doesn't really mind, but definitely Garrett is looking around. Ha! There's a little bit of panic because, the tent's on fire and he's human and not a Draconian.
Just for context, before people come at me for the whole you shot fire towards Garrett thing, Corey wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
Like,
didn't know that there was Garrett there.
And also,
I
even if
didn't see Garrett. None of my family members told me that Garrett was there. And then when I asked about it, Goose said they went in there and the guy followed. And Corey
I'm with you.
did not know.
And
also,
again, they're
somebody
not
asked
that
about the
close.
cat. The cat at that moment, meow, and it just kind of runs off. They were keeping a pet cat for no particular reason. All right,
Oh.
Goose.
Don't make them humane.
Yeah.
eat
Come
it.
on.
They were
I'm
going to
kidding,
eat
I'm
the
kidding.
cat. It was dinner.
Yeah.
So you're fine. Corey, you have a bonus action left. Is there anything else you want to do before Goose goes?
Kitten does go well with turtle. Just FYI.
There's not much I can do actually, to be honest, bonus action wise. I will. I feel like my siblings are going to do quite well. How far away is that tent from me?
From you?
Yeah.
Infinity far. It is 75 feet away.
75 feet. Okay. Do I have how much movement do I have left after climbing
None.
the
You
stairs?
climbed. You did. That was all 30 feet up. Which you moved
Okay, then I will bonus action to behind the tree on my left so that I am within 60 to 30 feet distance.
So you face stepped.
Yes, please.
You are 45 feet away at that point.
Yeah, that's better
Perfect.
if I need to get to the tent.
Goose.
Okay, that's my turn.
Gustav Hartmann. Gustav.
It's
I don't know
me.
what his middle name would be. Gustav Emilius Hartmann. I don't know. Goose, what are you doing?
His middle name's
Uh,
Tav. It's Goose
Yeah.
Tav.
Yeah.
I assume I can't get there in 30 feet.
You've used your chronometer. No, you are 55 feet away.
Okay. I'm gonna run 30 feet, and then
That stopwatch thing only lasts one round, is it?
yeah,
Sweet.
it's like one round of haste, basically.
Yeah.
What a terrible item.
It's great. Well, it has another
Fantastic.
feature that I'm going to use in a second, probably.
Mm.
I'm gonna.
You can see
run-
inside, like you see Garrett, you see the creature
Yeah.
sort of fumbling with the tube.
I'm gonna. So the draconian is fumbling with a tube. Did you say?
Yeah, and you've seen this before when you guys
Seen this
went
before, what's it?
when you went west of town to scope out like this army. You saw a human had a tube that they popped. It sent this big signal in the air and alerted the rest of the army nearby that something was afoot.
I cannot do anything. I suppose I'm just gonna run. Could I throw my hammer from here?
Hell yeah, you can. at Garrett or at the draconian?
Oh, actually, you know what I'm gonna do?
Throw it at the tent poles. Bring the flaming
This-
canvas down on top of them both.
How
Oh my
do
God.
you lose a weapon every single
In this,
time?
I was gonna
No, no, no.
say, in
I'm
this
gonna just-
economy,
I'm gonna run
you're
up. I'm gonna
throw
run up.
away another fucking weapon.
I just,
I'm
it's
gonna-
like,
It's an aversion. What Zach is not telling us is that the ring is super powerful, but Rackham told him, "Hey, add this flaw to your character."
That's it. You hate weapons.
Sling your weapon.
The ring is cursed, so that you must not ever finish a session
Oh,
with the same weapon. you
Did I not
started.
give you guys each secret games that you have to play in the middle of the session every time? I'm sorry, it's just Goose.
I'm not,
That's
I would
genuinely-
I
that's
would be
genuinely an idea I might do
surprised
to-
if you
somebody
hadn't.
I
Yeah.
feel like mine was to cry every session, but
That's it.
Oh dear.
Okay, I am going to. This is kind of a stretch. Oh, I'm trying to think of things that would work for this. Oh, okay.
Who can do it?
Okay. Is he focusing on me? Or is he what is it? He's
No,
focusing on
nobody's
the tube?
no. As much as I love Goose, he is not the center of the world at the moment. So no, they don't care about you right now. Yeah, nobody's looking at you.
Not all
Is he
about
focusing on me?
you.
It's like, is everybody? No,
It's
he's not.
so personal, real quick.
Goose
It
runs,
wasn't. It wasn't.
and then you see him start to his boots just come off the ground, and he's just fumbling, falling through the air, weightlessly. He goes at an upward angle, and he's gonna use his full movement, cast levitate, and essentially get himself above the guy, so that if he does let this tube off, he's gonna be up above him and
Hit you
he's
in
gonna
the gut.
catch it.
So,
It's gonna catch a flare!
so you're how high up in the air are you?
You move 10 feet
Okay.
when you cast it up.
Okay, so you're 10 feet up, but 30 feet away still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's that whole
Momentum.
part of
Yeah, momentum. You know.
Okay, perfect.
Could you dash and then do that?
No,
No.
because I can't. That would be my action.
Use your action to dash then!
But then I'd
You
just
could
be
always-
with him,
you-
and I wouldn't. All right,
Yeah, and you have a better chance of catching it
from.
from next to him.
Fine.
Flying
I'm
30
just gonna-
feet away.
I'm just gonna run up to him.
All right.
Run all the way up to him.
I'm gonna hope that he aims it at me and fires.
You get okay. So I need you-
those auto pitching baseball machines, and you're just all right, fire it at me. Catch
Um,
this spinning baseball.
Goose, you're running. Danger is your middle name. You're not opposed to danger, but there is a
That's what it
definite.
Goose
You're
danger,
running into a
yeah.
fiery tent, and you have to convince yourself to do so. You have a sudden flashback of that red-eyed messenger just driving her dagger, burning hot dagger, into your face. There's definitely an element of reticence to do this. You need to explain to yourself how you're going to do it, or make a wisdom saving throw and force yourself to do it.
This is gonna be. Goose thinks this is gonna be really funny if it works, and he just.
All right, you know what?
Is that a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, that's a wisdom saving throw. He's trying to
Oh,
convince
no.
himself that this is going to be okay.
That's good. That's a 7.
Oh my god.
You get to the edge of the tent and you just cannot bring yourself to walk into a burning fire at this moment. There's such a visceral bodily reaction, and I hate to take agency away from players, so don't at me later, but it is what it is. You have a history of this. You just can't make yourself get into the tent. You could maybe try to go around, and you have enough movement to loop to the other side or get on the side that's not necessarily on
Yeah.
fire, but that'll put you a little bit further away.
Yeah, as close as I can get to him. Goose is furious because he's never not committed to the bit, but the phobia is real.
Okay, you're able to kind of go in between the tent. You dodge, looking away from the fire, but you do end up beside him using your dash movement, and it is his turn. All right, he has 2 people beside him, and both of them can use their reaction. You watch as he finally gets the tube in his hand, and he's about to uncorks it and brings it up. It's basically an action. You could use your reaction if you want to try to either knock it out of his hand or do something. Tell me, Goose. I'll start with you, and then Garrett will give it a go as well. But what do you want to do?
Okay, so he has to light this thing, and then
he just has to open it.
But it is propelled by fire. Yes.
Yes.
Goose, as a reaction, because it's a reaction spell, is going to cast Absorb Elements and just snatch the fire away from it.
As he reaches up with the tube, you don't need to roll. You use the spell slot. You watch as it's a different looking flare. And it still begins to appear sort of like line by line, like one of those water fountains that does like designs. You get to see like sort of the thing sort of appear as it gets sucked into your absorb elements. You and Garrett are the only 2 that are close enough to see it as it unfurls into your spell. It doesn't look like the last time it was sort of like a generic symbol of Takesis. And this time what happens is you see the outline of a creature that you've seen before. You saw this in Vogler when it was being attacked, and you saw Lyndon partially deal with it and shunt it away. The outline of a Dragonlance being beckoned forth, a call for aid of Red Ruin is absorbed and sucked into your absorb elements, and the Draconian now looks aghast as it knows no one is coming.
I go,
in a desperate gambit, you've used your reaction. It's going to just try to run. Garrett will make an attack of opportunity. And you know what, Judy, why don't you roll for Garrett? His attack of opportunity.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. What's his plus?
Just roll it. We'll see.
Okay. Nah, that's a 2.
Garrett, just too weakened by his condition, does not get the attack off as the Draconian is running towards the back end of the thing and is desperately looking around for a way out to report back what has happened here. Lyndon, you're up.
Running up the stairs with my movement.
You get to the top of the stairs and your head just peeks above. You can see Juniper. You can see, let's see, what can you see? Let me just get this.
What can I see?
You see a burning tent.
Take it down.
From where you are, you just cannot see actually the Draconian. He's gone behind the wall there. But you can see all your siblings.
I can see all my siblings?
Yep.
All right. Face step as a bonus action next to Corey, obviously.
Can't quite get there, but not too far. You're behind her.
Okay.
Now you can see the
there
Draconian.
And say, what's going on? What's happening? I see him running.
Kill him.
Point.
And I point at Garrett.
I quickly tuck down into my pouch of components as I go. Enter the Sandman. And I'm going to cast Sleep on the guy who's running second level.
He's 70 feet away from you. I'm not sure what the range of sleep is.
90-foot range.
Nice.
All right, Sandman, roll your hit points.
All right, 10 and another. That's 13, 23. That's 28. That's 30. 30 hit points of. If he's got 30 hit points or less, he goes down.
He falls
Nice.
deeply asleep.
Yeah.
Don't hurt him! Don't hurt him! Don't hurt him! We need to be prepared. As soon as we hurt him, he wakes up. Also, we don't need to be next to him. No holding up a melee weapon, Goose.
I can knock him away. It's fine.
We're gonna hurt him from range. We're gonna hurt him from range. We're gonna all hurt him at once. We're gonna knock him out. I am going to get into a within 60 feet so that I can hit him with a catapult.
Okay, so with this, he's fallen asleep, and you have cleared.
Is that the last of him?
That's it.
No others.
I'm gonna put you out of initiative as you are now the masters of the campsite. You're not sure if anything else is coming after, but for the time being, you are alone here in this area. The fire of the tent. Garrett gets the hell out of Dodge. He looks mostly unharmed.
We are going to kill that guy.
I don't know if you just want to expedite it, but we're going to all take a readied action and then just kill this guy.
Yeah.
Then with this, the
As a family.
Draconian who has no chance.
Together we murder.
Him so that he knocks
Those who
him
slay
up,
together
and then you all just
stay together.
Nice.
Knock off one first level spell for a catapult.
And with this,
Sling a rock at his head.
the cat leaves. The Draconian dies. It explodes harmlessly since no one is surrounding him. And you have cleared the camp for now. You see that there are a couple of tents, a couple of cages, empty. You see Garrett is standing there, looking really hurt. Warhammer in hand, he tosses it back to you. I need to find my stuff. And he starts rummaging through the tent looking for his gear.
We did well. Well done, everyone. That was incredible. Goose, your acting could do with some work. But
look, usually I was just, he had a weird lilt, you know. It wasn't.
You got real fast all of a sudden. Do you know that? That happened? You were aware?
This stopwatch is pretty good. It's a bit jerky, and then he presses it again and goes. It's a bit finicky, you know.
I think you should avoid playing with that as best as you can.
He plays with it even harder.
I'm gonna put out the rest. I'm gonna put out the fire.
You got it.
You got that from Mr. Gerber, yes?
What's that?
You got that from Mr. Gerber, the stopwatch?
Yeah, pretty handy.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to want to look at that at some point. I'm working on a spell. I'm real close.
Tosses it to Linda.
We should look around. We should look at what? Oh, okay.
Sure. I'm going to check on Garrett. I'd like to see if Garrett's okay, because obviously he was tied up and pretty worse for wear.
He comes out, and he found his equipment. He's picked up his shield. He strapped it to his back. His sword. There's no time to waste. We have to go. Or at least I have to go.
Where are you going?
There's another group. They are west of here, and it's a much bigger group than this. What's worse is after you left, Cassandra, Lady Cassandra, Lady Gerber, whatever she goes by, she's taken a group of soldiers. They discovered some other scouts came back, and we were told that there is a group of soldiers there. I was part of a scouting unit. I never quite made it there. We got intercepted beforehand, but she led an army or a battalion of Calaman fighters to that location. I've been hearing them talk. It's a trap. They're going to get demolished. They're going to get destroyed, and that is going to leave Calaman woefully undefended.
Sandra's working with them on this trap, or she's just unaware leading a battalion into a trap?
She is leading the battalion. I don't know
she's
why.
Leading them into a trap.
She's leading them looking for glory, looking for the salvation to... who knows what these lords and ladies think.
How far away?
Well, it's another 3 to 4 hours away from here. It's not the closest thing, but it's west, and...
Is it near Steel Springs?
That's exactly where they're going.
That's where we think our father is.
So
That's where we have to go, then.
leading them? That's surprising.
It is
Sandra's
surprising.
the worst. She's the worst.
She is the real worst. We've been...
You're the one that kissed her.
Bad Okay, bad kisser, though.
Don't. That's so gross.
continues
So
to be the
gross.
worst.
Okay,
Stop.
let's... I mean, I think it surely it's too coincidental to think that she's not doing this on purpose, right?
I mean, it's hard to say.
Can I just get clarification out of character? Was this guy saying that Cassandra was working with the bad guys, or is she?
No.
just
She's
unaware that she's
I don't think
she
he knows.
left with a regiment to lead the attack.
right. and this guy, having been captured by these guys, has overheard that they are aware of this attack.
They're very
setting
aware
up
of
the
this.
trap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Gotcha. On the same
Could
page.
we intercept? I turn to Garrett. Could we intercept Cassandra and the troops before they get there, or are we going to head on at the same time as them?
He'll make a roll. Hang on. I'm not a tactician. I don't know. I think if we leave now, there's a chance we get there at the same time. Otherwise, we're going to be picking up the pieces. But either way, it seems they're going to get massacred.
Okay.
I mean, we have to go, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to talk to my family quickly. Garrett, go collect your things.
I already got... Fine. Okay, I'll collect more things. And he's going to start looking through the cages where they had prisoners before, and he's going to start looking for things.
There's the spell. I turned to Corey and said, "Look, there's the spell. The what do they call it? With you send a message. I could work on that if we have time to sit down and rest. I feel like I'm pretty much spent. I need to rest. If we could do that, I feel like I could work on that spell. And
Cassandra's not gonna. She's not gonna listen to reason.
I have an opposite thought. I want to see Cassandra's intentions. I want to see what she plans, and either I want her to be killed by her mistake, her foolish mistake, or I want to see that she is against Calaman. I suggest that we get to this location as stealthily as we can and save anyone that isn't Cassandra.
Including potentially father, if we can.
Yes.
But if her intentions are bad, she's leading a battalion into their deaths, and we just get there and witness that and say, well, at least now we know she's an evil twat. Like,
understand that, but there's a way that we could turn the rest of the battalion against her at the same time.
Yeah, I think
it's just a suggestion.
I think I'm right on the same page. We get in maybe behind as much as we can. We're a small force. We know how to take care of ourselves. Get in behind. We get into wherever they're keeping Dad. We cause disruption in the back end, which is definitely what I'm known for.
Okay.
And
call a retreat if we can.
Call a retreat if we can. And if it looks like Cassandra herself is in real dire trouble, then, hey, I'm sure there'll be other priorities for us to deal with.
We could even prepare another catapult, potentially, if we can get some sort of rest for Lyndon as we go.
Yeah. It's a shame we don't have that horse. We've been going on foot.
No, we left the horse.
Yeah,
no, we had
did.
a horse.
I think we had one
horse.
You have one horse.
We had one
horse. Can we
Lyndon,
put Lyndon on the horse?
Yeah. I can
to short rest.
I can lead the horse if you can kind of sit back on it. Would you be able to rest that way?
I just feel like I need to sleep. I'm at
Meditate
a push
on the
I
back of the
can.
horse.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess out of game.
Do you have
am
I the
your
only
arcane
one
recovery?
tired?
He's already used
No,
it.
I've used it. I used it in the last short rest. That's why I asked at the start whether we'd had a short rest.
I'm good.
And none of the rest of you are tired? You don't feel exhausted from the fighting?
No, you've been using a lot of your magic, Lyndon.
I've put a lot of things to sleep today, and it's kind of ironically made me very tired.
Yes.
If you can rest on the horse, would you be able to? And we can make sure that we leave.
If I can rest for hours, yes.
Well, it'll take us
3 to 4 to get there. You could sleep.
Let's get there, and then we can kind of let's get into position, and if it seems like the army is approaching, then we'll have to get involved, and if not, we'll wait as long as we can.
Yeah.
You know, it's really it's funny when you two were small, I would just ride a horse and put you to sleep that way. Hopefully it works the same.
That is funny.
It was more of an amusing thought, Goose.
when Garrett comes
That's
back,
hilarious.
also-
That's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
Not ha funny.
Juniper, J-Town, you were always the funniest one in the
She is.
family.
I didn't
This just
mean
proves
it to be
He has the
humorous.
humor.
It was more that
You should
it
do
was-
stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
I
Alright,
I'm
you'll-
tired. I'm
I
tired.
can-
Wit.
All of a sudden.
I can shut up, all of you. I can ride the horse, and Lyndon can hold on to me and sleep.
Are we able to investigate this campsite first? There may be something worth taking here.
If,
Sure.
if
Garrett, have you
Garrett's
found
up to-
anything?
not much of use. Enough food to feed something large, but I
might
don't
be
think
worth
any of us
taking-
want to have any of that. Beyond this, no, there's not a whole lot here. Did
Might be
I?
worth taking just 10 minutes, and I could do a once-over, check if there's anything magical. There could be something magically hidden, a chest that's got a magic bottom to it. I don't know.
While you
Okay,
guys are
and then
looking around,
we
if
should-
you
we're
want.
gonna leave immediately after, because I feel like maybe
We
the
need to go.
Dragonelle thing
We-
isn't far off.
We
Dragon.
haven't let your portal. Will that finish on its own?
That'll disappear after now. I could do with getting my rope back, though, unless you want me to take another 3-foot section of your rope.
I mean, you can take another 3-foot section of the rope. It's more, we made a promise to that man.
Yeah, as soon as the portal ends, he drops out and he...
Let's check the
He's
camp
technically
and
left
walk. If we
alive.
need to leave, we need to leave.
I'm going to sit down while you guys are checking the camp then and cast detect magic if you can wait 10 minutes, otherwise...
I'm gonna have a rummage.
Perfect.
I'm gonna go collect the horse, and put together anything that I can in those 10 minutes.
Cool.
in the-
So-
In that time, would I be able to go back and cut that guy loose?
yeah, you can.
I wouldn't. It self-dissolves in an hour.
His ropes don't.
But he will die.
He drops like 5 feet and just into mud, hog-tied,
We let him-
Yeah.
We let him
face
go.
down with a broken wrist.
We let him go.
Yeah, that's how I see it too.
So, all right, let's go
Ah.
around the.
I don't
well,
think
we
Junie
can go
sees it
around the
that way.
tables. So, one thing that Garrett will do before you all sort of disperse, he'll tell you that he has, when overhearing the human that was there, and the human didn't speak Draconian. So when they were talking Draconian, not that he suddenly understands Draconic, when they were speaking Common and their broken Common, he kind of deciphered a little bit of their command structure, which he was very curious about. There is a large army that exists somewhere under the control of an entity that is as of yet unnamed. But this part of the war that the Dragon Queen is waging on the world, he figured out that the leader is called the Dragon High Master Consaldi Fire Eyes, has been named, and in hushed tones. She is said to have a
One more
burning
time with that name.
Kansaldi, Kansaldi. She,
Selby Fire Eyes.
yes, she answers to a High Lord of some kind, who is, they don't mention that person by name, or he didn't hear the name. And Consaldi acts as the voice of Belephayon, which I will here. I'll put that in Discord later. But
Yeah, I bet I spelled it completely incorrectly.
you're fine. You got
I
it. You
bet
nailed
I
it.
got it. I bet I got it 100% correct.
Nice.
It's just Beth with a few more letters in it.
Or rather, Belephayon is. There's some relation there, but from what Garrett understands, she serves him or serves with him. Some relation there. More importantly, what he picked up is that she has the ability to, when cutting people's eye, the messenger that you guys ran into is not that person by description or by what he heard.
Yeah.
But she's able to create sort of these surrogates through whom she can see the battlefield better. And they act as her eyes across this campaign that they're waging. They don't have to be necessarily high in command. Sometimes they're scouts, sometimes they're spies, sometimes they're leaders, sometimes they're sergeants, sometimes they're... Just by virtue of receiving that blessing, marks them and makes them worthwhile.
wonder if she has a
And
limit to how many she can make.
the last
I
thing
wonder if her magic's in my fucking head.
No, it's a different
Possibly,
woman.
but you don't. You
And
don't have the same thing
the other thing is they spoke of the decrepit knight, the Knight of the Black Rose, that also stalks the land in service of the Dragon Queen.
happening. Oh shit! Oh, Hunter works for the Dragon Queen.
Do we know which, the side with the entity or the one with Casoldi and the High Lord? Does he work for either one of those two groups specifically?
He works alongside or some capacity. They've heard rumors of his return, and
Okay.
Garrett will tell you that they didn't linger on that topic at all. Just by mentioning it, they looked around spooked because they were like, man, maybe we shouldn't be talking about this.
Huh.
And with this,
Well-
that's the information that Garrett has. And if you guys want to, either you can ask him or you can do your looking around the camp. So we could start with Lyndon. You wanted to cast Detect Magic as a ritual?
Detect magic, yeah.
Okay, cool. So that'll take you 10 minutes to do. That's fine.
Yep.
We'll come back to you in a second. Corliss, what are you doing?
I'm gonna gather the horse and collect any supplies that are there and any food.
Perfect. Looking around, you find, you don't need to roll investigation for this. There is, sort of down below, and it looks kind of moldy, but there is a collection of hay, presumably that human had a mount of some kind, and it takes a little bit of doing, but between you and if any of your siblings are helping you, you will be able to find a horse that they use. It's not a big horse. It's a war horse. But it's not a big one. Because it has no armor and it's made for stealth and duration. So this is maybe warhorse is the wrong
like
term
a scout's
for it.
horse.
Yeah, like a scout's horse. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. It's smaller and it's
We
quiet.
now have 2 horses.
Yeah, assuming you
Okay.
take the time to feed it and such, but it'll take maybe about 10 minutes as well.
I call over Junie to assist with animal handling because Corey is not good with that.
Sure, I can help with that.
All
And
right.
also to subtly stop her from doing anything with the rope.
I want to go do the thing. I can do
You can
both.
insight check me if you know which.
I think I know what you'd like. I think I.
So,
know.
Junie,
I'm gonna roll deception.
Junie, just on the strength of your
Deceive-
animal
deceiving.
handling, Junie, give me an animal handling check. Let's see how long it takes you to get that horse to come and
Oh, damn. It is poor. I rolled an 8.
Okay, it takes you the full 10 minutes between you and your sister to coax this horse to come because it doesn't know you, but the food and the apple that you pull out of nowhere seem to entice it enough to come and eventually you're able to saddle it, get it ready. It's been resting for a little bit. It hasn't been ridden in probably a half a day or so. It's probably okay to go, not necessarily super fast, but decently enough to go to trot. Goose.
I
what
also
are you-
rolled a 16 on that deception.
Perfect. Goose, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go kill that guy.
What?
Girls are squabbling over whether to let him live.
Snapping his neck. I'm just gonna rummage around, see if I can find anything.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll. So you're generally looking around.
6.
6. It smells, and if there are any children watching this, I apologize. It smells like shit. Your nose picks up like a big honking load of steaming poop somewhere on these grounds. It's just like, it's so strong, you're surprised none of your siblings smelled it. But
And
something.
then I realize it's a bit under that has gotten on my mustache.
No. No, it just really, like, overpower. You can't find anything save, like, that smell of crap. Like, it's stronger in certain parts of the camp, weaker in others. Is it just a chamber pot? You don't know. But it definitely smells like just overwhelming poop.
I think I'm onto something here.
Do you want to follow
Are
the
you?
lead of the poop?
Yeah, I get out my
Follow the
magnifying glass, I
poop.
put on my Sherlock Holmes hat, and I'm on the case.
Okay, give me one final perception roll. And you're going to want to roll a 10 or above.
Investigation?
Perception.
Oh, perception. Oh, even worse, 2.
Dude, it's so overwhelming. It just smells like poop everywhere. It's like, this is poop McCamp, and there's very little more than you get from this. But there is somewhere hear either like the Draconians let out a bunch of crap, or you're by a river of sludge of poop or something. It just smells bad. And that takes up a chunk of your time, just literally looking for a pile of crap. Lyndon, you finished casting Detect Magic. Other than the tube that's now been broken and sort of bereft of its own magic, there's really nothing else here that radiates anything, except the shield that Goose has, I guess, in the distance, some of the items that you guys are wearing. But short of that, no.
That's fine. You say the flare tube has not been used? Like
it has been used, but it still has the remains of magic of like how it would have worked.
Do I get the impression from that it's like rechargeable? Like, could I investigate it and see if it recharges once a day or anything?
Make an investigation roll, absolutely.
11.
Nice. It requires blood as a component, but it is rechargeable.
Okay, I'm gonna pocket that. What can I put it down as?
Dragonlance signal.
Blood
Dragonlance
tube.
signal.
Nice.
I got one of those already.
Can use it once a month.
Amazing. I think that's a period joke, everyone.
Sorry. If we can't joke about them, then they're just painful and uncomfortable.
That's
people.
it. Let's at least make fun of them.
Exactly.
But the same, as you're sort of, all of you, I guess I will say, there is like that it's not just in Goose's head. It really smells bad at this camp. It smells like, as you're walking around, like it does, there's a smell of crap just like strong in the air. But you've been here for 10 minutes.
From a lot of people, or...
Have you ever been on a farm and you get just hit by that smell of manure and it's just like sort of almost everywhere? If you haven't,
Me or Junie? Because yes to both.
Yes. So that's the sort of smell that's in the air. Like somebody either has planted fresh grass, is using a fertilizer somewhere, but there's a honking pile of crap and it's not well used.
Crap is in the air.
And then...
No.
There's nothing magical here except what we're carrying in this signal thing that he had.
There's also the smell of crap.
Yeah,
it does smell like crap. We should leave as soon as we can.
They've either got there might have been large beasts, or there were more of them than there are now.
Garrett, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
survive?
just he's got like this sort of 1,000-yard stare going on. He got beat to hell. You can see that he's got bruises. He's got a black eye. His left eye is barely, open.
We're gonna put him on the other horse so that he can have a little short rest, maybe, if that's possible.
Sure.
I will lead the horse while he's on it.
So on one horse you have Lyndon,
Garrett.
and the other one you have Garrett.
Yeah.
That's Lyndon goes, right, let's move.
I give him a boost. I just like.
You watch as...
I could have done it myself.
I know.
Okay.
Big strong boy.
Garrett, would you like some healing?
He, despite all of this, he turns to you and says, "No, I'll be all right. I just need to catch my breath for a little bit. I'm sure I'll be fine. And it's not the first time I've got broken ribs. It's okay." And he's kind of not necessarily 100% paying attention to you. His eyes are kind of scanning the sky, 1. And 2, it doesn't take a genius to realize he hasn't still forgiven you for what happened to his brother.
I mean, if you need anything at all, just ask.
He will stop looking to the skies that are clouded over. He'll look at you for a second. "I'd like my brother back." And then with this, he'll just go back to looking up and scanning the horizon.
Hey, by the way, when we rescue your life for the 3rd time, we get a free sandwich. So just keep that in mind.
You know what? I am being ungrateful, and I know you're trying your best. I think we all are, but a week ago my life was so much easier than this. And it's just a lot very quickly.
Yeah. We're all in the same boat, man.
All right, let's get through this. Let's try to get there. And he'll just kind of
Alright.
keep looking around. Okay, so you guys are leading.
Yeah.
It takes you, sure enough, the better part of 3-4 hours of going at a decent trot. Is there anything you guys want to do? The next little while, it's fairly uneventful. So you're passing through rolling hills, some of the areas that get a little bit flatter, and eventually in the distance you can see, as you're leaving the castle behind you, like the old castle that sits in the mountains that are constantly covered in terrible weather, you're heading in a different direction. You're heading northwest now. And you're passing through the plains, you're passing through some forested areas, and in the distance you can start seeing rolling hills. The weather, constantly crap as it is wont to be here in this part of the world. Anything that wants to get accomplished, otherwise you will all successfully manage a short rest.
Yeah. I wanted to, early on in the journey, basically see if we could set up that blood tube and essentially, like, on a long delay timer, fire it off in like 3 hours to draw whatever dickhead is attached to it that way, rather than have it join us in the battle. And I don't think it's going to join us,
Okay, yeah, you can easily make a tinkering. What would that be? I think an intelligence check to figure out how that would work.
It's possible. I could possibly think of something. I just don't have. I don't have the energy right now, but I don't. If you give me, when I meditate, I can draw on certain memories that come to us during the nights, and I could look into tinkering tools or something. In mechanical terms, as an Eladrin, I can change 2 of my proficiencies overnight.
Yes, you can.
So I can change out a thieves' tools for a tinkerer's tools in the morning if we wanted to.
But then we'll be too close to where we are to set it off.
We're already there, yeah.
Could I essentially
you can
take some of my blood, put it in I have a water skin.
Yeah.
Put it in, wedge the firework in a tree branch, wedge my water skin to slowly drip on the thing, and then in enough drips in like an hour, it will be finally fully charged and fire off. Is that a good plan?
Do we know
Does that make sense?
Do we know that
logically?
It makes sense that it might reach it, but do we know that A, it takes a certain number of drips of blood to recharge, and B, it won't just set itself off? It needs to be activated by someone who's setting it off. Sure.
It's not
a sure
Goose.
thing, but I don't think we can get a sure thing.
Make it in check. Go for it.
Who's making the check?
You, Goose. It's your idea, but like Lyndon can help you. So either one of you can roll. You can each roll, or you can roll with advantage. It's up to you.
Is it investigation, arcana? What do we do?
It's just I think it's straight intelligence. Like it's just understanding.
I think I might be the better one to roll for this.
Yeah, for sure. You should roll it.
I rolled a Bowser.
Nice.
Ooh.
You're overhearing us talk, and you're like,
she's like working it in her head.
Immediately coming up with her own plan. Yeah, I got a 15.
Okay. Corey, it occurs to you that as your brother is talking this out, you start doing the math in your head. The amount of blood that would be required to fill that wineskin so that it starts to drip at a regular speed would be disastrous to your brother. 1. Number 2, the amount that it would need to perfectly get in there, probably there's a lot of too many unknowns. Blood also attracts animals, and so you start thinking your way logically through this. If you try, your brother would lose some amount of blood, maybe deserved, maybe not. There's probably like a 20% chance that it works. Is the best outcome of all this. You could do it. You know how to do it. 20% chance that it works. 80% chance that it all goes tits up.
Would I? Yes. Would I know if the bodies? Is there any bodies? No, they've dissolved, haven't they? The 2 bodies of the Dragonborns. We do have a human in a hole. I relay the information, as well as just casually posing that we have a human in the hole.
Could use his.
I
We
thought
could use
we
his
couldn't-
blood to recharge this thing.
That's what I was thinking.
Would that kill him?
Yes, probably.
How much
No,
blood is
no, it'd just be owie for a bit. He'd be a bit woozy, probably for the better, because then he's not going to go rushing off to, warn people.
I'm wondering though. This thing, it may be that the Dragonel serves that whose blood was used to fill it, for all we know.
Like I
Look,
said,
we're
there's
gonna
a
have to
20%
take a risk
chance.
here. If we don't think it's worth it, let's just.
I don't think it's worth it.
I think I'd rather. I think give me the. I'm this close on a spell that will be able to tell me a lot more about how this item works.
Alrighty,
I just need time to focus on the spell.
let's just head.
Okay.
I
I'm gonna
might.
keep moving.
If Garrett at any point is resting, I might sneakily cure some wounds out of terrible, terrible guilt.
Okay, so this is on your way on the horse to the location.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll give you
Yeah.
this. Like, do you have enough time
So
to
he
do a
doesn't
short
notice.
rest? If you dally a
Oh.
little bit, you could achieve a long rest, but this is you adding on like 2 hours to your rest, right? You'd get there in 6 instead of 4. But that would achieve a long rest. So mechanically speaking, you could choose to do that. There's nothing. There's just rolling hills, the occasional, bird or whatever wild animals that are out there, but it's pretty desolate until you get to that location. The Draconians have done a really good job covering their tracks. 1 and 2, there's just nobody out here.
Given that fighter and ranger, you're pretty okay, right? You
Yeah,
don't
we're
necessarily
fine.
need long rest right now.
No.
Me and maybe Corey are the only ones that need a long rest, and I can, as an Eldadrin, finish a long rest in 4 hours. So
Mhm.
if we just because it's going to be a 3-hour trip, if we just take 1 extra hour to get there, I can finish a long rest on the back of this horse.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah, I
it
think
4
so.
hours? But you still need
Yeah.
like the extra
For the-
hours
You can
of...
finish a long rest
an
in 4
Eladrin.
hours if you spend it in a trance-like meditation,
Perfect.
but remain conscious.
Then you dally by an extra hour and you can get there in 4, and at which points you will have completed a long rest for both of you.
Okay.
Sick one.
Cool.
Okay.
We are
Yeah.
meditating
Is
on the
that-
back of a horse.
Is that happening? Are we clicking long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are
Okay.
absolutely clicking long rest.
I am down some some juice, but I'm fine to get busy.
Nice.
You're alright.
You can
What's
do
your
a short
sorcery
rest
points
too,
down,
yeah,
right?
if you want. Okay, so Garrett will also take a short rest along the way. So he gets to use some hit dice. 8 and nice. All right, Garrett.
How many of you still have the good berry potion? Or the gooseberry potion?
I do.
I still have them.
Okay, I don't have mine anymore because I fed it to someone. But you could give it to Goose if he needs more
Do I have one?
hit points.
He needs spell slots and sorcery points.
never
I don't
mind.
think he's down hit points much. You down hit points at all? Goosey boy?
What?
You down hit
No,
points?
I'm all good. I'm all good.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah,
Just
spell
that.
slots and sorcery points.
Yeah. How is Garrett looking?
He's looking like he still doesn't want your help. If you want to try to heal him against his wish, you can try to give me if you want to be discreet about it. But know this:
Did the short rest? Did he get Ricky's hit points in the short rest?
he got an amount of them, not all of them, but some amount of them. This is divine magic, right? Primal divine magic that you'd be doing. It's
Yeah.
not discreet.
Maybe I will just
Like you're touching him and it goes Fusrota, right? Like it's super.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I wonder what happened. You know?
yeah,
Like-
if he's got like a satchel or any kind of method of carrying on his body while he's sleeping, maybe I'll just slip in my gooseberry potion and just try and not be seen.
Sure. At some point, he will doze off because he's just spent the last day like being beaten to hell. So at some point on the 4-hour ride, he will like absolutely fall asleep and slumps over on the horse. It's being led by, I think Goose was leading that horse. And you know, you do a decent enough job that he doesn't fall and slump off the horse. You can do whatever you want. Like if you want to,
Yeah,
but divine
great.
magic has a chance of waking him up. Like that's all I'm saying.
I'll just, and as well, she might go to like heal him, and then it's like his words kind of stop her, and just like the whilst he took it back, she can't help but remember the pure loathing in his face when she saw him back in Calaman. So that kind of stops her, and she just goes and gets her good brew potion and just kind of puts it on his person, hoping that if he finds it, maybe he'll forget, maybe he'll think he's always had it, and maybe that'll help her sleep better at night.
As you see the brook called the Inkwater come into view, smoke rises over the tree line beyond it. Wounded Calaman soldiers stagger from the trees, heading towards a narrow crossing that lies in your direction. A number of Dragon Army soldiers are giving chase on horseback. Garrett looks at the situation. Shit. We're too late. You can see that there are a group of soldiers running, Calaman colors, and behind them, and at the distance that you're at, you have a peak, you have a sort of a top-down view. In fact, why am I telling you when I can show you? Still. Ooh. You can see the retreat, or really horrible attempt at a retreat. There, as you're coming from the side, you can see soldiers running. There's a brook with a passage with sort of like these steeper hillsides, rife with trees, and you see in the midst of wounded soldiers picking up each other, running, Cassandra is in the mix. She's at the very tail end, and she's urging her soldiers to turn back and fight, and charging in their direction. It looks like a vanguard, or people who have given chase to a broken line of soldiers, and leading that charge of 10 to 12 soldiers. It's hard to see from where you are, but buddy, Goose, it doesn't take you much time to recognize that one woman who drilled a little hole in your eye. The messenger is leading the charge against the wounded soldiers trying to escape.
Has she got my hammer?
Has she got your hammer? Of course she's got your hammer.
She's got my fucking hammer.
She is on horseback chasing, and even though rolling, you can tell, even though you can't clearly see her, you know for a fact that she's smirking with delight that she's about to crack some skulls and kill all of these soldiers trying to make an escape. You guys are about 200 feet away from the scene that's opening. There's still a little bit of time for them to get there, but the majority of this army that keeps being talked about is still not seen. This is some vanguard that's broken forward and is giving chase to the routed soldiers. You guys have arrived an hour too late to help. What do you want to do?
How many can we? Is the enemy army just like in the dozens? Like, how many are
the
there?
Enemy army is not here. The enemy battalion, or a group that's broken out to give chase to the broken battalion, is about 12 of them, 10 to 12 of them. The army itself, hundreds. You don't know. See. You have no idea how many.
But right now it's a group of like 12, surviving. People from Calaban and a group and about a dozen.
I'm going to start putting them on the battlefield for you, just to start seeing what's what. But yeah, unfortunately, it is what it is. Yeah. You got there a smidge too late, which is fine.
We gotta get busy. Gotta get dirty.
Let's turn the music down a little bit. Let me just put you guys roughly where you are.
Same plan as always. I'll take the brunt. Lead them into me. You guys pick them up as best you can.
Just clear some of this rebels just so I can give you a better
Let me know if any of you get hurt.
Goose, I have the ability to slow a fall if you want to jump.
Yeah.
You have to be to be very clear. She has to see you doing it. She has to be close to you.
Okay. Hey, if we're gonna rally these forces, we need to do something dramatic.
You guys have horses as well, by the way. You have 2 horses.
Lyndon,
right?
you said you were you could do some kind of thing. Make me big.
I just swapped that out for being able to protect myself. This morning. I literally just swapped that because I didn't use it last night. I swapped it out for being more useful. I can make your weapon magical still.
Just make yourself big with your arms.
All right.
I can make a minor illusion sound like something amazing. I can make fireworks.
Keep that in the back pocket. What I want to do is literally, so I'm gonna use that ice spell again. His arm like goes up in ice. What I want to do is like run, leap out, like over. Use kind of feather fall if that's okay, to kind of extend my jump and kind of like leap out and land in front of them in like a dramatic show, to kind of hopefully rally the people fleeing.
Okay, so give me
That's
your
my intention. I don't know from the map yet if that's like
give me a second. So you are sort of on this hill over here coming down, and you can see the creek down below. I'm just trying to position these guys so you can see everything that's happening. I haven't put the minis down. I wasn't sure if we'd get here today.
I definitely leveled up on the back of that horse, right?
Yeah.
There's Cassandra holding the line or doing her best.
Selective hearing.
Not yet. We're so close. Let me give you your enemies, and then you'll be able to see. So the messenger is leading the charge. And she is at the forefront. And there she is. All right. And behind her, a group of soldiers, some on horseback, some not, that are running behind. Some of them look like draconians, right? Like, they look like it because they are. Not this one. And therefore, that would explain why they look like it. Let me just get them down for you. Who is the first? You're leading the charge, Goose?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check, please.
I mean, if I could just literally, like, what am I doing?
A perception check?
Perception check.
What am I doing?
Maybe.
Hey, natural Bowser. It's for an 18.
Oh,
Nice.
Excellent.
You can see.
Otherwise, maybe we should change up our point order.
I know I was muted, but you heard exactly what I said.
You can hear, or you see rather, with the Bowser, in the midst of this group of people that is chasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see someone that you recognize. Somebody who is tall. Somebody who now sports a wound on his eye. Somebody who wields an axe. Somebody who has now been bent to serve the Dragon Queen against his will. You see your father in the midst of these chasing after the soldiers, axe in hand, lost to his own rage, chasing after the Calaman, wounded soldiers. And I need one more guy, I think. Here. And this guy. Perfect. There they all are. Chasing. It's nice. It's nice. It's good.
It's good.
It's all good. It needed to happen.
Good fuel for
What are
the
you
story.
gonna do? Kill him in front of us again?
Yeah. Don't.
No, he's gonna have us kill him.
No. Imagine how rude would that be, dude? Dude.
Dead.
What?
That's
All
Tell
right.
a story.
So,
Don't make me kill my own dad.
with this,
Dead?
you watch the wounded soldiers are sort of
Dead.
running off. I haven't put them on the board because they're sort of like trying to escape. And as you're watching, one final thing, a catapult somewhere in the distance has triggered, and flying through the air, one of the bodies of one of the Calaman soldiers lands in the river, breaks into pieces, and you watch as the wounded soldiers see one of their old buddies just scattered to the ground as they're raining bodies from the skies. The army gives
When the body hits, does it hit with the force of 32 kilograms of TNT?
It doesn't. It just hits the ground and the body
Is
just...
the body made out of TNT?
It is not. All right, now that you're here,
I mean,
Goose, you can kind of see the scene.
Catapults just do that.
You guys are, I think, about 200 feet away if I gauge this right. If I didn't, then I'll get you a little bit closer. You
Okay,
are.
instead of-
Look at this. Oh my god, I'm so good at Tailspire. You're 190 feet away. Come on, let's go. Sorry.
Let's go.
You are good at Tailspire. That is true.
High-fiving myself. All right,
fucking
sorry,
do
go
it.
ahead.
Can I instead be on the if Lyndon doesn't mind when we get closer? Could I have been on the horse to lead the charge?
Yeah.
If-
Yeah.
Or you exchange. I don't know when we woke up.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like charge in there, hammer high, and I'm gonna go to Lyndon. Like Lyndon, fanfare, like noise, like the sound of victory. You know?
Minor illusion of some fanfare.
I'm just gonna
Like an announcement
charge.
of a cavalry arriving, like backups, reinforcements. I'm thinking like things to help bolster morale and to like keep these men fighting for as long as they can.
Morale. It's giving.
It's giving morale.
It's giving Gandalf on the dawn of the sixth day. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Penny, it's giving, it's serving, it's a mood, a moment.
And we're
It's
coming from the
giving. Look
east.
to the east.
We are.
We are coming from the east.
All right, so I will. Perfect. Goose, you ride on the horse, and as you charge into the fight, the horse has a movement of, I think, if you dash it, let me just double check. Horse, I think it's 50 maybe, and then dash would be 100. Let me just double check.
Then if it's a riding horse, it's 60. If it's
60,
a war
perfect.
horse, I think it's 50.
So you are on a riding horse, the scout's horse. You can go 120 feet,
Ooh.
which would separate you from your siblings by quite a bit of a distance.
Can I,
That's
when
okay.
you asked for fanfare,
Yeah.
can I have done something to
Yeah.
help with that?
Please.
For sure.
Okay. I clap you on the shoulder and I say, as dramatic as possible, Goose. And I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Which means
Can you
that-
cast it on the horse?
I don't know. Look,
I'm
you're
casting
trying
it
to-
on you. I'm
Okay,
casting it
okay.
on you who has intelligence. You can now
What's
spew
our
magic
intelligence?
from your mouth, and you can choose which type of damage it is.
We don't want the people to
Anyway,
think that
yes.
we're the reinforcements of the other side as you come in riding a fire-breathing horse.
All right,
I'm
Goose.
also gonna make. Can I choose to make it like frost?
Yeah. Shout out to the
Very-
Frosties.
Nice.
Yeah, since I've been doing a lot of ice stuff lately as Corey, you can now breathe ice.
Nice.
Dentine
minute.
Ice.
Hell yeah.
Not sponsored. Dentine Ice. Opportunity right here. Okay. So
Is that
Goose-
a toothpaste brand?
it's a chewing gum
It
brand here
could
in
be.
North
Chewing
America.
gum, right.
Yeah.
It could be if they sponsored us. But
It could
it's
be.
not an ad.
It could be the official sponsored chewing gum of Lyndon and Corey. Who knows? And if you chew it, you can pronounce Corey correctly. Try it out. All right, Goose. You have been touched by, not inappropriately, by Corey, and you feel the gurgle and burble in your tummy of a dragon's breath that is cold and cool. You have the horse at your feet. We're going to roll initiative in a second. I just need to know roughly what you guys are doing before we fully
Ice
roll
water in
initiative.
my veins. As I'm charging down, I'm just I charge 120 feet. When I'm passing the people, I'm breathing out like streams of
It
like,
puts
ice
you
out
on
of
the
my mouth.
highest ledge here in terms of like the battlefield. Like eyeballs will be staring at
Yeah.
you. You found the natural high point, like a stage. Okay,
I
so as
rear
you,
the horse up. I'm like, fight or die. Find your spines, find your legs, turn around, or we die. That's the plan. Wheel on the horse.
okay, at that moment, give me a performance check. I'll give you advantage.
Let's go. I've failed every single one of these so far.
Come on, but not this one.
That was a 3 and a natural
Christ.
Bowser for a 21.
Mm.
There we go.
For a Bowser?
Hell yeah.
So 21 total.
21.
Perfect. With this nearby, at that exact moment, there's a lightning and thunder strikes. And you, at that moment,
Wink, too.
everybody turns their eyes upon you as you declare your speech to fight or die. All eyes are on you and you hear the few soldiers that are, Cassandra looks back and sees you. You're not sure if she's happy. You're not sure. She looks more panicked than anything. The messenger who stands there veers her eyes off the leader and locks eyes with you, and a cruel, pleased smile crosses her face. Okay, so Goose, you're down there in the midst of thunder. Thunder. With this, we need
precisely the song.
Exactly.
That plays.
I wish with DMC we can't. But imagine that it's imagine it. Imagine if we could though. Corey, you cast breathing fire breath on your brother. Are you moving at all closer? Are you staying where you are?
I am going to stick to the shadows and try. Ow.
You
No, I ran my rings over my nose. Anyway, that distracted me horribly. Yeah, I don't even know how I did it. There's no. It's not this side. It was this side of the rings, and I somehow injured my nose. Anyway, I'm gonna stick to the shadows, and basically assist my siblings until I can also jump into the fray.
Perfect. Lyndon, what are you doing?
Keeping up with them. If I have to, I'll cast Expeditious Retreat on myself so I can dash as a bonus action so that I can not quite keep up with the horse but pretty close, because then I can go 90 feet around.
Perfect. So Corey's in the back. You can run down 90 feet if you want to, but that Corey's moving 30 feet. You can move 90 feet and get closer towards the battlefield if you want.
I'd rather have a little bit of like in between everybody so that I can do some battlefield control if I have to. I don't want to leave Goose just out there leaving to drive.
Okay. So that'll put you
sort of... just to be clear, he charged 120 feet, right?
He did. He just hauled ass. Yeah.
Right, so I cast Expeditious Retreat on myself and set off after him.
Perfect. You're about 45 feet behind him. You can clearly see him. You can see the other soldiers, which I'll place next time because we're not going to be able to do this fight now. Garrett, we'll stick with Junie. Surprisingly, Junie, what are you doing?
This in 10 minutes.
Is Garrett on the other horse?
Garrett's on the other horse. And he's willing to reach down and put you on it with him for him to charge in. He wants to get in there.
Yeah. I will jump up on the back of the horse and I will have my arrow at the ready.
He will sit, knowing that you're a much better rider than he is. Garrett, I'll give you an insight into his character. He's proud in the sense of like he wants to do well. He's proud of his family. He's proud of who he is, but he's not proud in the sense he knows that you're better than him at most anything. He will scooch back and put you in the driver's seat.
Yeah, there's like a brief shared look of just like I should get in the front, and then like as he scooches back, I will jump forward, click my tongue, and
Do you want the horse to dash 120 feet? Like, where do you want the horse? It can follow your brother down.
Yeah, I think it should.
Okay.
I think it should.
All right.
Can I have bonus action, or not bonus action, but can I have dash to get like
closer?
Because Lyndon went 90.
Yeah.
And if I've only gone 30, I'm a significant way back from the
You
penalty,
are.
so I want to go like 60.
Perfect. You got it.
Still sticking into the tree line if I can.
Got you. Absolutely. So I'll move you 30 feet closer down here. And in fact, perfect. You're in the tree line. You're pretty well hidden.
Nice.
You're all down there. With this, the soldiers around you are wounded. You can see that there's a battle, there's blood, there's soldiers catching up. Things are about to get messy as you're trying to encourage them to turn and fight. They are wounded. They are outnumbered. Maybe not so anymore now that you've arrived. Cassandra, in an attempt to lead for whatever reason, has brought the people here. She looks injured. She looks hurt. She looks... Goose, you're up there. You wanted to know whether or not she meant to bring them into a trap was one of the questions I think somebody asked earlier. By the look on her face, by the injuries that she sports, it seems she really believed that she was the guy to save the day. And the look of just absolute despair is whatever mount she might have come by. She is in borderline shell shock, but she's still trying to do what she can. And because it is almost time, I don't want to get into this fight without finishing it. But the messenger who's here will look to you, Goose, as you've arrived with a smile, and she'll point back behind her to your dad, who now sports the same scar as you do. And she'll say, I've got a present for you. And I think we'll have to leave it here for today. Aw, rude lady, poopy pants. She's mean. Next time, so next week, Dread will be back. There's going to be maybe a little moment where we step away from this and figure out what is happening to Ollie, but then we'll be jumping right back into this moment, this fight between the messenger, the rest of the Draconian vanguard that is chasing after the Calaman soldiers. Here, the retreat of, of whatever. Are they going to live? Are they going to die? I don't know. This is a very dangerous spot. Yeah, that's good. Somebody in, I'll say this before we head out. Somebody in Rob's chat, in your Discord, Rob, there was a lengthy conversation about the alignments of your characters. Now, I don't want to spoil anything, and I don't want to say whether or not, you're evil or good. But some people had some comments to make. Do you have any comments to make back at them?
I would just like to say that I am chaotic evil in real life. But I that's just me. I'd love to see people's opinions on what us, the players, are aligned as. Let's start that chat. I
know this isn't really an alignment, but AJ is chaotic lawful.
I'm a jaywalker. What does that mean?
You're lawful good, but you're an edgy lawful good.
I jaywalk all the fucking time, mate.
And you think it's badass. That's how lawful good you are. That's how lawful good you are. That you think jaywalking is like a crime. You're like, look, I'm breaking the rules.
Nah,
you're basically.
I've done some dodgy shit.
Okay, fair enough.
But the jaywalking is what I identify mainly with.
I'm a jaywalker. I also murder people, but I'm a jaywalker.
But the jaywalking.
The jaywalking. I remember. Thank you for the follow. I remember when Rob, for your birthday stream, like, is it last year? I think. We did the alignment thing, and you guys were like, "Oh, Rackham's lawful good for sure, for sure." I was like, "Yeah, for sure." You guys know me, 100%. Yeah, nailed it. Here I'm throwing your dad back in your face. I'm the lawful good GM.
I respect it.
So this is all just out of spite. Is that what you're saying?
That is correct. All this has been the long con to just show you that I'm a jerk too.
Amazing. I mean, all's fair in love and role-playing games, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's do again around the table first. Thanks, chat. I'll start this. You know what? I'll go first. We thank you so much for being here, Chad. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you for coming in and supporting the wonderful players that we have. And no, West Wolf, AJ did not say Nato 20, so hold on to your biddies and your bites. We'll get her there one day. We'll get her there one day. We'll get her there.
Happening.
We'll get her there. 100%. I am just here. Rackham at the GM Workshop. I'm just so pleased that these guys and gals and non-binary pals are willing to play D&D with me. It's been a lot of fun. You guys are great. We are starting soon, not yet, but a Wednesday evening mini-series, a 6 to 8 part mini-series. I have 1.5 players, so I'm shopping around for more. I've been sending messages. I meant to send you guys the details as well. And it's going to be a lot of fun with a brand new homebrew campaign. It'll be a good time. Otherwise, the usual chat plays D&D. We did a thing on Monday, you guys. We did 5-minute prep or no prep session. We did a one-shot with chat and a module. And I told them, you guys can give me anywhere from 0 or 1 minute to 10 minutes to read the adventure and prep for you. They gave me 5 minutes. I read through the adventure as best I could through 5 minutes, and then we did a one-shot, and we did nothing that was in the book, and it was a great amount of fun. So, chaos is a good time. Anyhow, enough about me. I'll shut up now. Let's go around the table and start with AJ. AJ, tell us all about you, where we can find you, and are you world building today?
Yes, I was currently setting that up, but I'll do it while everyone else is talking. Hello, my name is AJ Winters. I am a professional dungeon master and world builder. From Winter's Tales, we do world building Wednesdays. We also do live play D&D games right here in the studio. But we just wrapped up our season 2 of the Chronicles of Aelwyn last night, all of which is on our YouTube channel if you want to go suss that out. But we do have some incredible one-shots and Twitch watch parties coming up in the next 2 months, so you can catch up before we launch season 3. And come hang out tonight while we create some new untouched lands.
Nice. Sounds like me as a teenager. Perfect. Nice. Next, let's go to make it awkward for Lyndon right there. There. Follow up the untouched teenager comment. Go ahead.
It's wow.
I was also an untouched teenager. Sorry
Much to my chagrin, much I say, by the way, at the time. I was, looking for some action. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm Robert Hartley, GM. I'm a professional dungeon master, full-time TTRPG player, and nerd. And you can find me all over the internet at Robert Hartley GM. Robert Hartley GM. You can also find me at Viva the Dirt League D&D on YouTube. We've got a campaign that's ongoing there, and we've got the all-female cast campaign starting soon as well.
Nice. I look forward to that. Do you know what the date is for that? Can you announce the date or not yet?
We had no idea. We had a session 0 sort of penciled in, and then that fell through. So we're not sure. It's usual, typical D&D scheduling things happening at the moment.
Perfect. It's okay. I'll go ask Alan, and he'll tell me exactly.
Yeah, he'll tell you.
Just go. Just go. Ellen, what's going on with you? I know you have a bunch of shows coming up at a theater.
Yeah.
Just tell us more about it. Remind us.
Oh my goodness. So if you're in Adelaide for any reason, go to the Adelaide Cabaret Festival for Brag Drunch. You will see me as my drag king, Fuckboy George, for a jolly good time. Cool Fuckboy George. And in TTRPG scene, I will be back on Sirenscape this Friday for Cyberpunk Red. Gonna be super fun. For Roll to Cast news, that's ROLE. This Sunday we will be doing our Roll to Cast Live, which is just a monthly live stream. It's gonna be super fun. I'll be GMing. We've just finished Starfinder, so stay tuned if you want to hear us interview the co-creator of Starfinder. That'll be next week. And then the week after that, we will be launching season 9, which is Die by Kieran Gillen, which I will be running. So if you are in the mood for some dark fantasy, subscribe to Roll to Cast and send some love our way. Get in our Discord. We love
Get in there. Everyone, get in here. For those of you who played Hearthstone, should remember that card. Very annoying. Good stuff. Thank you, Ellen. And last but not, second to last, actually, Goose, Zach, whose legal name is Zach Speaks Giant.
It's true. Zach Speaks Giant on YouTube, where I share silly D&D stories, as well as my own silly thoughts. There's going to be a lot more content coming on that channel, actually, and different content, because it's just been kind of the same thing for the last couple months. So look forward to that, or don't if you don't like me. So that's really, I guess, up to you.
It's a free country. Do what you want.
I Speak Giant on if you like podcasts. Zach Speaks Giant again if you like Twitch streams. D&D all around. Good times.
Cool. Thank you, Zach. I'll say this, that we're planning the prequel pretty soon. The little prequel, and it's going to be a little bit behind the Goose story. Where does he come from? Why does he take off all his clothes all the time? And why does he hate weapons? Behind the goose.
It's just a role-playing therapy session with Goose and
That's it. That's it.
Would be a great therapist. You're right.
Tell me about your father.
And though they're not here, normally part of the cast, they're on vacation at the moment. But Dreaded GM, who runs, started the Monsters Horrors of the Orient Express. I can't remember the Call of Cthulhu campaign on Thursday evenings, Australian time, I think like 7 p.m. AEST, something to that effect. Check them out. They're good bean and they're cool and they have a lot coming up. One of the things I think that's coming up is maybe sort of a talking heads of this campaign where you guys can ask me questions, or the audience can ask questions and do some stuff. That'd be kind of fun and interesting. So maybe look forward to that sort of a conversation. Anyhow, with this, Zach, I'm gonna let you talk us off as we raid into AJ's channel. AJ, are you ready?
Yeah.
We're coming. Everybody, get your raid hats on. Are you ready?
Love you forever. Goodbye.